and down the first and third base lines today. The Navy servicemen and women in their service dress white today, standing at attention as Ulrey is now walking his way off the field. And we will get closer and closer to baseball here on this Sunday, where the Mets are waking up this morning here in California. 2.5 back of Atlanta for that last wild card spot. Atlanta has already lost today to Washington. If the Mets win today, they get to a game and a half back, and if they lose, they'll stay at 2.5 back. That's why today's a really big start today, Pat, for Jose Quintana.
Yeah, as we move into these final 5 weeks of the season, each and every start is going to be important because the standings don't care who you're playing. Wins and losses continue to add up. So to have an opportunity to go out, pick up a win against San Diego, team you're chasing the wild card standings, but also pick up a game on the Atlanta Braves, or the team that you are looking up at for that third and final wild card spot. They'll turn to the veteran left-hander Jose Quintana, who has really struggled in the month of August. 4 starts, 0-2 with an ERA over 8. He did throw the ball very well against the Padres going back in Citi Field. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. Last time out against the Orioles, gave up a couple of home runs. Overall, 7 earned runs over 5 innings. The Mets are hopeful that Jose Quintana can find the form that he had in June and July. And for the Padres, it's left-hander Martin Perez, 3-5 with a 4.67 ERA. He has thrown the ball very well since coming over at the trade deadline from the Pittsburgh Pirates. 5th start with the Padres. He has an ERA of 2.74. He did face the Mets back in April as a member of the Pirates. 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. That's the pitching matchup today in San Diego. We'll take a break when we come back. Starting lineups at first pitch. Mets and Padres coming up right after this. This is Odyssey Mets Radio, driven by your Tri-Hot universe.
Did your mobile provider just increase their prices again?
Jose.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile, the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. With Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited text and data, plus nationwide 5G. Switching to Spectrum Mobile has never been easier. We'll pay off your phone balance up to $2,500. Stop dealing with price hikes from your cell phone company. Get Spectrum Mobile. Visit spectrum.com/it pays to switch for full details.
Hello there.
Subject to change. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Protect your roof with GAF Timberline HDZ shingles from Riverhead Building Supply.
Let me
GAF Timberline is America's number.
There you go. I gotta put some contact clean on that, but it keeps doing that. Keeps doing that with that the scratchy thing. Anyway, that's the CBS 880. I've been listening to it all day today. Right now, they just the Met game just started. They're playing in San Diego, so right now it's Mets baseball. Of course, you know we're gonna be listening on and off. I'm gonna be on for a couple of hours or so, maybe, depending on the conditions here. Hopefully, I don't get disconnected. And I know Jules is gonna do his live stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. He's starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. I haven't checked if he updated. I don't know if he's gonna still be on tonight because he posted it yesterday. From 9 p.m. all the way till midnight, and that's when the CBS 880 no longer, after midnight, that's it. No more CBS 880. So this is the last few hours of WCBS here in New York. So I'm certainly going to miss it. Quite sad, actually. Hello, Chris C. Aqua. What's Aqua? I don't know what's Aqua. What is that? Hello. So anyway, let me I'm gonna turn that off for a while. Because I really don't want to hear the Mets anyway. I guess the Mets are gonna be now on well, they'll probably be on the same station. I wonder what's gonna happen with the Mets radio. I guess ESPN local, I guess after today, I guess. Oh yeah. Yes, Frozen. Yeah, Agua. Yeah, this is a Sam's Club members mark. But it's a little frozen right now, so I'll let it thaw over here for a bit. This is the Pie Star. I brought it up here right now, the Pie Star. This is the Pi Star. Because I got my DMR radio up here. This is the Baofeng's DM1701. So DMR radio. And this is the hotspot. So if MDK comes on, I can show him the hotspot today. So this is the hotspot. So that is let me get this away from here. I can just go to this. So this is what they call MMDVM hotspot. AliExpress sells this for about $60. Okay, it has a little OLED screen right there. It has one antenna. This is a simplex one. There is a duplex one that has two antennas, but that one costs more. But this one is a simplex one. It's a metal case. Inside here, there's two boards. Orange Pi Zero is in here. And then there's a daughter board on top. That is the hotspot. It's a hotspot board. It's like a Wi-Fi. It's not a Wi-Fi hotspot. It's for well, it does use Wi-Fi. It's a hotspot that does that. It's like a receiver transceiver hotspot. So what it is your radio connects to this, and then this connects to the Orange Pi Zero. That goes over the internet. Then it decodes it. Then it goes back to your radio. That's how that works. So this does DMR, C4 FM, which is System Fusion for Yaesu, and it does D-Star. And it does a couple other things. It does P25. I'm not familiar with P25. I know it does P25. It also does what they call NXDN. That's another one that this does. What else it does? I think, what else? There's another one that it does, but I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's POCSAG something. I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, I'll show you when I do when I go in the menu. Anyway, so as you can see right here, you have a HDMI. Right there. HDMI is right here. Oh, excuse me. HDMI is right there. So you can hook this up to a screen if you want. One USB these are micro USB, whatever you call them. One is for the keyboard and one is for the power. Okay, so you can see right there. One is for the power, one is for if you want to hook up a keyboard or mouse, and then the HDMI. So this is a computer. This is an Orange Pi Zero computer. It has and right there's an SD card in there. This is Linux. There is Linux in here. So this is a version of Linux. That almost dropped it. So there is a Linux distribution in here that runs the Pi Star software. Okay. So I'm going to plug it into, let me see. Which is the one plugged into the wall wart. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to plug it into. I'll plug it into here. And that's going to boot that up. So I'll let it sit here, let it boot up. As I put it up close, maybe you can see it better. Different Gear TV, thank you. And hello, I hope you're doing well. So it's gonna boot up. It takes a few seconds. And my Wi-Fi router is in the basement. So this is gonna hook up to that. And you should be able to see it momentarily. And there you go. That is the screen. So it says MMDVM startup, and that's the way it looks. So right now it is booted. It booted up. So So now let me put this down right here. Now I'm going to open up this window over here. I'm going to go into the, there's an interface for that. So let me, sorry, this way. And then this, you got to type in pi -star. That's it. And you press enter. And this is the dashboard. And that is the dashboard for that. Okay. And you can see this logs me into, I have the set already for Talk Group 91. So these are people already talking there. Okay. So now, go back here. So the next thing I do is I just, I already have this set up. Just turn on my radio.
I was asking what your QTH is. Where do you live?
The screen is very bright.
Travel.
Let me see.
So if you're going to repeat or access it through briefly what the code gets would be granted as well. So
People are talking right now, so I want to.
Roger that. I'm just going to do a hotspot, so I'm not going through a repeater. I should be clear. Anyone else want to tell me if
So,
I'm clear?
Is up is this particular model. I put a custom firmware there. It's not custom. It's a firmware. It's it's called OpenGD77. Okay. OpenGD77. The stock software on this sucks. So you can put a firmware there called OpenGD77. It actually makes it better. Where you can see the call sign right there and everything, which is cool. Instead of like the stock one, which is very limited, this one has many options. So right, you can see the call sign they're talking, and you can see the call sign. So right now, K9NOR is talking to the guy from Canada, VE7HJ. I have to put it like this because it's very bright, and this camera for some reason cannot. If I put it straight like that, it will not see it. It tries to focus, it can't see. I have to put it in the angle. Well, probably more than angle like that. There you go. Okay. So
that sounds great. And here in Philadelphia, the weather has been.
So I'm just listening in. Of course, I'm gonna key up. You'll see me right there. Okay, something's going on now. It's not letting me. I'm gonna have to reboot it. Okay, I'm gonna have to reboot it. Let me turn off the. Sometimes you turn off the radio and it reconnects. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reboot the. That's one thing. Sometimes it is quirky. See, right now he's having issues. It's like sometimes it does get quirky. Let me try one more time. Then I'll restart it from here. Let me see. Yeah. So let me turn this off. Let me restart this service. I just gotta restart this. It only takes 3 seconds. And for that, you just go to I'll show you anyway. I'll show you. It's okay. Because I know Matt was asking me about this yesterday. When you want to restart this, this is the configuration. Hold on. Let me go here. Maybe because I'm up here, it seems to have a more latency. So there's all the information you configure. It's very straightforward. It's not complicated. I'm gonna go ahead and just power. I'm gonna reboot it. I'll just go ahead and reboot it. Okay. And without reboots, that's gonna take a few seconds. It says up to 90 seconds. Let it reboot. I'll try again. Once you're connected, it's fine. It's just that sometimes you have to reboot it. Maybe because sometimes it's weird. Sometimes if you reboot this first and you don't, it's weird. Sometimes it's finicky. But when it works fine. I mean, it does work. It does work. It's not like it doesn't. It's just it's finicky right now for some reason, and it had to do it on a live stream. So I can go ahead and turn this on because I already see it on the screen there. It's okay. Let's see. So let me go to dashboard. As soon as it connected, let me. There you go. So now I'm connected. You see my call sign is right there. So now I'm connected. Okay.
K9NOR, KM5TC. Good afternoon, Chad. Sounds good. Very good. Back to you.
But I noticed I'm getting a little. Oh my God. Ooh. Yeah, he's too close to the microphone. Yeah, but I noticed I'm on the second floor now, so I noticed this. My bit error ratio went up, or my bit error rate, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's pretty high. So I see what the problem is up here. Being that I'm on the second floor, I think it's the Wi-Fi is there's a little latency. So that is, because this is the first time I'm doing this up here. Normally I'm in the basement with this, with the Wi-Fi, with the modem right there. So anyway, there you go. Because I wanted to bring this up because I know Matt was asking me yesterday about it. So I figured let me bring it up today, and if he comes on, I can show him, the device. So I'm gonna leave the volume low, let him monitor over here. I'm not gonna talk on it now because I really don't. This live stream is not about that today. It was just, he was asking me questions about it. So if he comes on, I'll maybe I'll just show him for a few minutes. All right. So anyway, as you all know, today is basically the last day. Today's the last day of WCBS 880. Right now, as you heard, right now the Mets are on the radio right now. So right now there's a Met game. It just started. I don't want to hear the Mets, so we could talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll be on for a couple of hours, and then I'll step aside. I know Jules is going to be on tonight. I have not checked if he's still going to be on tonight. I know he posted it yesterday that he's going to be on tonight. It's a special live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. He's going to live stream until midnight for the last 3 hours of WCBS 880. So I will be on the live stream also, because I'm not gonna do this live stream all the way till midnight. I'm not doing that. No, Oh, see, so you heard that CIDX was going. Okay, so is it Zoom or he's gonna come on live on? So am I wrong? Is it CIDX only? Zoom? I thought he was gonna do a live stream on his channel. I don't want to check it now because I don't want to open up too many browsers. If you can check it for me, Bobby, and post it here, let me know if he's actually going to do a live stream on his channel, on his YouTube channel. Because if he's going to do it on Zoom, I don't care. I'm not going to go on. I don't have no... I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I don't care, but I'm not interested in Zoom. I thought he was going to do a live stream. That's from what I read. I thought it was going to... I know it was a CIDX post, but I thought it was also an official SWL channel. So I don't know. Anyway, you can verify that for me. And not, I'll verify in a few minutes. I'll probably just, I just don't want to open too many browsers, too many tabs right now because I haven't rebooted my internet in weeks. And I had a couple of gremlins yesterday. And I'm not going to be if I get disconnected, I'm going to reconnect one time and that's it. And if it doesn't work, then I'm done for today. I just wanted to come on and talk to a couple of people today. But if he's going to do the live stream, great. It is sad that, this is happening. I know CHML went off the air. Let me see. I will be starting as we tune the last 3 hours. WC, hope you join me. Okay, so it sounds like, yeah, that's what I read. So it sounds like he's gonna do a live stream. A live stream. Yeah. Because that's what I read. I read what you just posted. Yeah, so of course I'm gonna join. I'm gonna join there too. I hope he's still gonna do it. That would be, because I'm not gonna do it here till midnight. Because one, I don't want to be up here till late. Right now it's 4:25 in the afternoon here. I plan to do it maybe 2 hours today, unless things get more fun, more people, more fun, whatever. Then maybe I'll see. Right now I'm doing it 1 hour at a time. I got some beer in the fridge. I cooked a little dinner for my brother. My brother's birthday is tomorrow, so I cooked a few steaks. I ate really good right now. He ate pretty good. My son is he's fed. He's okay. My wife is at work right now, and she'll be home in a few hours. So I'm just relaxing today. I'm just gonna relax today. I figure I'm gonna come on today because of this. And then I said that I won't be on. And then after today, I won't be on for a while. I probably won't be on until after Labor Day and so on, because I have to get busy with the basement room. I have to do some adjusting. I even bought a standing desk for the basement. Not like this one. I bought a smaller standing desk. I had to put that together. And FT991, I'm going to put in I got to put up a shelf for it. I'm going to put a shelf for it and all that. The Zygo is going to stay here. The Yaesu FT818 is just going to leave it there for now. But eventually I'm going to put that one. I'm going to build a portable kit for that one. Because I'm going to start maybe making... With that one, I'm going to start doing videos outside with the FT818, which is this one. And that one. I want to buy maybe a kit, like I'm going to build like a little bag and all that stuff for it. Because I'm going to start taking that one outside. Kind of like a POTA thing, but not exactly POTA, but, outside. Since I got the Yaesu downstairs and I have my Zygo with that other Yaesu, I'm just going to use that outside. I'm going to do, single side band, especially, But also, like I said yesterday, I bought my Kia for CW. I ordered it. It should be in another few days. Hopefully by Wednesday, I should have my Kia. And hello, my Ready DX. Yes, I did get your QSLs right there. Your QSL. So thank you for the QSL card, my Ready DX. Okay, why am I crooked? And Matt said he's gonna mail me his. He said he mailed it out. He's gonna mail it out today or yesterday. So when I receive Matt's QSL card, I'm gonna put it right here. I'll put it next to you. I'm gonna move this over here. I'll put Matt's right here. And yeah. So I ordered that Kia. I actually started studying yesterday, the CW. It's pretty interesting though. There's a video you have to watch. Some of the letters you can actually you have to look at the shape of the letter and imagine It's weird. It's a weird video. And for example, B, B, right? The letter B. You know, you draw the letter B. So he has a visual picture of all of them. So B is just, you know, that's it. That's B. So my son is, yeah. No, I am. I remember in the beginning I said that when I do get my technician license, and I took that test, and remember I spoke to that 90-year-old guy, and he said all I do is CW for the last 60 years. So I said, man, because I said it. I said it from day one. I said, if I said I don't really want to talk a lot, but I do want to learn CW at some point. So I went ahead and I bought the Kia. So I bought a straight key. It's a little one. It's a maker called Pooty Keeg. Yeah, SST though, I think the only problem with that, I think for my for technician level, I think I can't do it because even though there is SST on 10 meters, I think that one is outside of my band privileges. Because I remember I looked into SSTV, excuse me, a few months ago, and when I started reading I think I can't do SSTV. I have to be general for that, which sucks. But yeah, I think that's the reality of that. But CW, CW, I can CW, I can I know I got the fan on, so if you hear a little blowing, I had the fan on low. I have to put it on because it's kind of warm in here. CW, I can do HF. I can go I can do, I believe, 40, 20, 80 with CW. I can. That I can do right now. So that's what I was thinking too. I said, listen, while I'm studying for the general, I might as well start practicing the CW and all. Because I always wanted. So, hey. So I was making the analogy yesterday about that the only way you're going to learn is by doing. So I just like we bought the radio for DMR, I got it set up right here today. That's another thing I want to learn now, CW. And I set the bar very low, 15, maybe 20 words a minute. My goal is to make a contact. That means I send out my signal. I can copy that signal and I can make a contact and log it. That is my goal for CW. That's it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so 28,680 is out of your exactly that because I looked into that a few months back, and I said, yeah, I can't do slow scan TV. That I know that I can't do that. Yeah. So let me read some of the comments here. So 9 p.m. Yeah, okay. So he is gonna do a live stream at 9 o'clock. So that's why I'm gonna be on for a couple of hours. And then I know Jules is gonna do his live stream at 9 o'clock tonight until midnight for the last 3 hours of WCBS 880. But right now it's a Met game. Right now the Mets is playing on CBS 880. So yeah, Mary DX, I'm gonna give you my take on it right now. Give me a minute. I'm going to give you a take on it. I'll give you a take on it. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do slow scan TV and, without having privileges. I'm not doing that. There's no reason to do that. It's okay. It's not a big deal for me. Believe me, I looked into that months ago. Yeah, if I go out of band and do that, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Somebody already suggested that. I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know about the C4 FM. I'm gonna give my take on it. Give me a few minutes. because I'm gonna save you some money. I am kind of I'm not gonna say disappointed. I'll tell you, I'll give you a few minutes. Hello, Michael T Radio 972. I hope you're doing well. And my Radio DXer, you're welcome. I watched your live stream on replay yesterday. Noticed it on display. Okay, yeah, there you go. My Radio DXer right there, bro. My Radio DXer. Yeah. And you're, yeah, you know. So when I received this, I was like, okay. So anyway, I saved that too. So, you know. And my wife redesigned my QSL card. I did print. If you go to my, no, do I have it there? Yeah, if you go to my QSL, scroll down. That's my new QSL card. I'm gonna see if I can. I need the stock. What they call that? The card stock. And print it, and then although your writing is kind of like and not that I don't, you know, some people's handwriting is like very, you know, so I gotta be like, okay, well. So anyway, I'm gonna send you one too. When I have the chance, I'm gonna send you one too. And I'm gonna print it out like yours. You see, you got the I need to get that card stock thingy. And I'm gonna print one out. I'm not keeping track of ads no more. I'm sorry. I not keep seeing it pop up, but I'm done with that. So if I talk over it, you're gonna have to watch the replay. I'm sorry. Or if I get cut off. Yeah, I just saw the QSL card. Nice. Yeah. My videos, I'm not into CW, but I watch your videos on progress. Yeah. Not that I'm into CW. I was always fascinated about it, and because of the efficiency. Because with CW, you don't need a lot of power, and you can have not even these radios. They have little the Chinese ones, the US. There's one called the US what is it, DX or whatever it's called. They're very low power, 3D printed looking case and all that. 5 watts outside. You can make a lot of contacts with that. You can get far. That and a piece of wire. That's it. And like I always said, I'm not gonna be a talker. Although I'm doing that in DMR, but right now DMR is kind of worrying me a little bit now lately. Because I'm seeing the same people over and over, and right now I'm monitoring him, but so I'll give you my take on C4FM. So yeah. BT Radio Paul, AA1SU, checking in for another Vermont. I do need a Vermont contact. I'm trying to complete my map. I'm down to give me like 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna let you know what's going on. I'll give me about 3 minutes. Let me just read down here. Yeah, so you want to try SSTV? I'm getting bored of FT8. I've been doing a bunch of FT8 lately because I've been trying out the FT991A. 100 watts is a big difference. The other day, even though conditions weren't good, I had over 30 contacts. 30 contacts in one day. Just FT8, 10 meters. Boom, 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 boom. I can't see the hardest in the way. I have to wait till it goes up. Bobby just posted something. No VT radio on the official. Okay. Oh no. Never mind. It's a misunderstanding. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let me read that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you want to do something different. Yeah, I know. Same here. Actually, I've been trying other stuff. I played around with APRS just because I want to learn it. I did that. I did Echo Link. I spoke to someone from Argentina using my phone. That was on my other live stream. I think on Dan Tech Geek. I was actually showing Tasso the Echo Link. So I was going through all these, because you got to apply for Echo Link. You gotta get approved on because you do need a license for Echo Link. And so yes, I was showing Tasso, and then I wanted to talk to someone from Argentina, and then we logged the contact. It was a 2-meter contact, and I was on my phone, and he was on a repeater in Argentina. So I'm learning all these things because these are things you're doing, but you're learning all different types of stuff. So when I take the general, a lot of that stuff is going to be on the test. So so all the stuff that I'm going to be doing is it's going to help me for the general when I do decide to take the test. Yeah. What else? Okay, so you guys talking among yourselves there. So Mara DX, I'm still thinking of the Yaesu portable for C4 FM, although I am concerned that you say it is not as busy, and that is correct. From what I found right now, this is my opinion, people. And I was talking to Matt yesterday. So far, C4 FM, there is a lot. Registered number of users, I believe, is almost as much as DMR. Here's the problem with C4 FM. Is every time I connect to C4 FM, it seems like nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk. It's night and day. This is DMR right now. This is DMR right now, right? This is DMR right now. See how it just boop, boop, back. This is Talk Group 91. See how busy it is. It's busy. Busy. But put the volume up. Wait for it. Somebody gonna talk? Come on. Nobody wants to talk now. Now, in the middle of the live stream, nobody wants to talk. Oh, this guy's from, let me see. What happened to my mouse? Okay. All right. Let me turn this fan off. The fan is kind of making too much noise right now. 4 X-ray 1 Kilo November. This is Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo. I'll call him one more time. It's from Israel. Israel.
Whiskey, Buffett, right there. 5 WFX, but down there, 9 morning to go.
Can you, Cat got your mouse? Yeah, it seems that way. 4 X-ray 1 Kilo November. This is Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo. No, I turned off the fan because I want to talk, and because sometimes the fan blows into the microphone. It kind of distorts because I'm calling out this operator from Israel. I'm hoping he talks to me. I want to make this contact. I've seen him before from Israel, and I want to talk to him. Okay, I guess he's not going to call me. He's not going to reply back. Oh well, okay. Well, I'll leave it on here. I'll lower the volume a little bit. I'm gonna be monitoring. I'll see if he calls me back. I'm 2 times is enough. There you go. Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to make contact with him because I've seen him before, man, but I'm always doing something. So I say, oh my God, I forgot he's from Israel. So let me talk to him. But I guess he just checked in and that's it, or he doesn't want to talk to anybody right now. People that's the way it is. Sometimes people just check it in. They want to monitor or whatever. That's fine. All right. I just had to give it a shot. Had to give it a shot. That would have been my first contact from Israel. So let me put the fan back on. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. So anyway, C4FM, I tried several ways. I first of all, I tried simplex. I tried actually 3 different ways. First was there's a local repeater very close to me that has system fusion. That has the Yesu. I'm gonna say, system fusion. I C4FM saying, oh, it kind of ties your tongue. Local repeater nearby has system fusion. I connect to it, no problem. I can talk to people there. I actually can talk to people there more than. Well, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so that was one way. So I connected with no problem. Okay. Now the Wires X issue I had, I fixed that issue. It's a trick. On my particular transceiver, there was a trick to that. The local repeater that was over here did not have Wires X. It only had System Fusion without Wires X. I'm not going to explain all that. If you want to look that up. Anyway, I noticed even on Wires X, it seems like when I connect to for example, there's like their biggest channel is called the Worldwide CQ. It's kind of like Talk Group 91. However, when I connect to that, nobody talks on it. Nobody. And I see the numbers. Sometimes it says 28 people listed, 24 people listed. I key up. I even call people. I say, look, I need a radio check. I went in there. With DMR, you're not going to do that. With DMR, somebody's going to answer you right away. With C4FM, Kilo Delta 2 Zulu Zulu Echo, can I get a radio check, please? Or I need a radio check, audio check, please, whatever. Nobody. I did it this morning. Then I get a response. I waited a few minutes. I said, okay, you know what? This is dead. It's dead. Just because the numbers are listed, because you got 28 people on that room doesn't mean that they're just either they're not active or something. They just key up or whatever. And then when I look at my dashboard, it's nobody. It's just me. And sometimes one other person comes. And sometimes it takes a while. It's not like this. It's not going to be like this. I have not seen it like this. You see how this is always active? My Radio DXA is not like that at all. No way, no how, nowhere near that. So, save your money. Save your money. I'm going to tell you. Save your money. Now, if you do get a receiver, if you do get a transceiver that has it, but to invest in a handset right now just for that mode, I wouldn't do it. And I bought my transceiver because of, but yeah. And for what I see right now, it hasn't been busy. I know Matt told me yesterday that he goes to a particular group on the Yesu an astronomy group. That's more of a specialty thing. I'm gonna tell you something. When you go to YSX and you scroll, there is a lot of groups. But I'm not interested in that. I could do that with DMR. You see what I'm saying? I could do that with DMR. So if somebody asks me right now, if I had to buy DMR radio or the Yaesu handheld, which one I'm gonna talk to a lot more people? I'm gonna say DMR. DMR hands down. Because first of all, it's obvious why. DMR is the cheapest. Is the cheapest way to set up. It's very cheap to set up. $50. Hotspot, $60, $110 total. Give or take. You're up and running. Yaesu handheld alone is about the cheapest one is at least $200. At least that does system C4FM. I think is not even $200, it's over $200. So no, I wouldn't. In my opinion, right now, I've been playing around with it for about a week now. I find it dead. It's dead. It's dead in there. It's dead. It's dead. It's nowhere near like DMR. DMR, I can put this any time of the day. Any time of the day, even at 3 a.m, and it's always busy. Always busy. You're always gonna have somebody to talk to. System Fusion, no. Even the repeater, when I connect to the repeater, when I went in there, I went in the repeater, System Fusion, asked for a radio check. Nobody replied. Nobody. Nobody. When I mean nobody. First time I went in that repeater, the only reason why I talked to people that day on a Thursday night because they were doing the nets. They were doing check-ins. You know, the check-ins, the local repeater. And that's the only time I spoke to people on that repeater. Was on a Thursday night because they were doing on and that's when the guy told me in there on my because apparently I had the slash after my call sign. He told me get rid of the slash because people can't see you. I didn't know all that stuff. So, but definitely save your money. Marry DX. Don't make that leap. You're fine with DMR. I went back to DMR. I said no. It's just more. It's more active. You're gonna watch. You're gonna be bored. Sometimes I left it there monitoring while I'm doing something else, and still, and I said, you know what? No, I said no, forget it. Now, every once in a while would I fire it up and try? Yeah, I did this morning. I had it. I had a. Now it does work on something. I did cross mode with my transceiver. I did cross mode, but what I did cross mode to DMR. So I did cross mode from Yaesu to DMR, right? And I spoke to the same people on Tug Group 91 on my Yaesu with the cross mode. But I don't need cross mode because I already got DMR here. But I wanted to test it. So yeah, cross mode works. I did do cross mode. Now I can do cross mode on other stuff with that Yaesu. But, you know. Also, I believe you can do cross mode also from this to Yaesu. You just got to set up, when you set up your Pi Star, the other thing on the Yaesu part, you got to fill in some stuff on the Yaesu part. I'm going to make videos on that. I will do that. I'm going to try that next. But again, the problem with Yaesu is that not that many people come on. And I figured that was going to be the case because DMR is the most popular. Hands down, the most popular. Not even close. So yeah, yeah, you can try it. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's go back here, right? So if you go to configuration, okay, again with the mouse. Oh my God, with the mouse. If you go to configuration, right? For example, in our case, right, we have DMR right now. If you want to do DMR to YSF, you just turn on this switch, right? Right? Now, I believe when you turn this on, you also got to turn on the YSF. I remember. And then when you apply changes, because you got to do this first. When you apply changes, you're gonna get a new table here that's gonna show the YSF configuration. And then I'm gonna make videos on that, because you can't do DMR to YSF, because this controls all that, not this. You'll see it here. Anyway, I'm gonna reboot. I'll show you. You know what? Let me do it. I'll show you. Hey, we got time to kill here, right? Let me read a couple of comments here. Cat got your mouse. Yeah. Yes, your water bottle. My water bottle is better now. Much better. I'm about to drink it any minute. Listen to Radio Romania International right now on 13.650. Signal is strong. Signal is always strong on Radio Romania. But yeah, pretty good. What else? Let me go back up here. It's okay. The best. Yeah, but you have to do this first. No, I know. You have to do this first, and then once you do that, it's gonna as soon as it reboots, it's gonna enable another one. You're gonna have one that says another one is gonna pop up over here. It's gonna say, Yesu configuration, whatever. Then you in there you got to put. I'm gonna test it out. But I know you can do it. You already have the Pi Star. You can do that. If you want to see what's on the other YSF people that come up on it. It's just that it's not as active. It's not as active as this one. It's nowhere near that. I thought it was gonna be more active. It's not. No, nothing. I didn't. You know what? I didn't think it was gonna be more active, because I was already monitoring it. When I already had ordered it, I was monitoring, and I saw that it was not that active. You have a few people on it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people on it. It's just that from my experience right now, it's not as active as DMR. For me, it's just not. It's not. It's not. DMR, I can go in there and I can talk to anybody right now. Like, look at this guy, CR7. Let me see where he's from. Portugal. There you go. See? All these people right here. Russia. Boom, boom, boom. The Israel, but he doesn't want to talk to me right now. I spoke to someone from Brunei, and he confirmed my contact. If anybody can spot Brunei on a map on their first try, good luck. I forgot where it was at. I had to Google it. I had to Google Brunei. Let me put it over here. I'll show you. Brunei. Let me see. Brunei. Country in Asia. That much I know. I thought it was in Africa. No, I Googled it. Here you go. Brunei. Country in Asia, right? Is it? Well, no, I got beer. Waiting. Beer's gonna be in another couple hours. So you see, is entirely on Borneo. So this is where? In Asia. So if you click on the map, let me do the full. Excuse me. Opening maps. Let me just do opening maps. Exactly, Mary. That's another thing. Yeah. So Brunei. Zoom out. Look at that little piece of land, right? Where you think it's at? Where you think it's at? Look at this. Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. So it's part of is this Indonesia? That little sliver is Brunei. That little piece of land. Yeah, so Brunei. So that's where it's at. Brunei, that little tiny little piece of land there. So I got a confirmed contact from Brunei with this guy. With this guy. So, he confirmed it. A couple of days later, he confirmed it. So I was like, wow, yeah. Brunei. Yeah. Yeah, I know that exactly. Because I figured it wasn't going to be as busy. Because I was already monitoring it thanks to the Pi Star. And I saw it was only the most I saw 3 or 4 people. And then it would really, and then yeah, and that too, I'm married to the extra. The problem with C4FM is that it's an exclusive only to Yaesu and expensive. DMR is open source and cheap, but no surprise that DMR has more traffic. Exactly. And that's my point, I bought that rig because it does have that. It does have, I bought it because it has that. But I also bought it because it's really UHF, VHF. That's what I bought it for too. I mean, that's what I really, yeah, was it a selling point? Yeah, it was. But I bought it because of all that. And of course, Yaesu just came out with a new portable to replace the FT818. It's all over the YouTube now. There's a new Yaesu portable. Remember I told you a couple of years ago? You would never guess what I need NY for. 10 meters? 70 centimeters? If you say 70 centimeters, go on DMR, and I'll talk to you right now. Go on to Group 91, and we'll talk right now. And I'll confirm it. I need Vermont. So I need Vermont too. I need Vermont. I don't have not one contact from Vermont. I'll show you my QRZ. Let me see. I need Vermont, man. QRZ, right? Let me go to my page. Here we go. Oh, let me log in. Let me log in. I guess it logs me out. Okay, let me log in. I don't know which one you need for, but I can only do 10 meters. That's FTA. That's more up to what I can do for sure is 70 centimeters right now and 15 meters phone. No, I can't help you there. Not until I get the general, I can't help you there. Yeah, so here we go. So here we go. So let me go to let me go over here, logbook. Let me go to awards. So United States, this is where I'm at right now. 43 out of 50. So I need Maine. See, New Hampshire, I got confirmed. Vermont, I have unconfirmed. So I don't have Vermont. And then Delaware, Maryland, and West Virginia. I just got Kentucky yesterday. That was FTA. FTA and Illinois finally FTA yesterday. And then Alaska and Hawaii. And that's it. That's it. 7 away. 7 away. So I need that Vermont, man. I need Vermont. And then worldwide, let's see what we at now. I'm at 58. 58. So I just got Brazil a few days ago with FT8. And what else? Yeah, Brazil and yeah, a couple of them. Anyway, so yeah, Brunei. Where's Brunei? Brunei. There you go, Brunei. There we go. I know people are gonna say, but it's not HF, bro. Vermont. Who is your unconfirmed? Let me see. Oh man, let me go back. Vermont. Let me see. Vermont. Unconfirmed. Oh, it's DMR. That's right there. WD1AJM. There you go. Unconfirmed. There you go. I ain't gonna. I'll get it sooner or later. It's just that I want to wrap it up. Interesting thing though about this antenna now, the 64-1, because that original one I had was 49-1. This one is weird. I can explain it, but anyway, I'll explain so much. I don't want to bore people right now. I'm starting to bore people with this stuff. It should be beer o'clock, not war o'clock. Yeah. No, I got beer already. I got beer in the freezer for today, because I'm gonna chill tonight. I'm gonna relax. My wife is off tomorrow, so cheers. I'm just drinking this now because I'm a little bit thirsty. I got some Bud Light Lime in the freezer, letting it get ice cold. So yeah. So right now, CBS right now is a Met game, so that's why I don't want to put it on, because it's not copyright. It's just, well, it could be copyright also but I don't think it's copyright. It's just that I don't want to. I don't want to hear the Mets right now. I know it's not I know some people. Actually, some people. Yeah, they don't. Some people actually write on the queue. I say, I'm not going to confirm DMR digital, content. I say, well, whatever, fine. I don't care. Some people don't. Some people don't confirm that. Some people don't like that. That's fine with me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. My thing is, whatever. I don't care. If people got a problem with it, if people got a problem to it, write to the FCC. This is what I'm gonna say to your people out there. Here you go. You want to see a rant? You want to see a rant, people? Here you go. If you don't like me confirming DMR contacts, which I really don't give a shit, what you can do is you can write to the FCC and tell. You see, like Married to the X in his country, he can do more. He has more HF privileges than I do. Okay? Why don't you open up the technician privileges, give us more HF, and then you can stop complaining. But until then, I don't care. There you go. Yeah, because I got in some of those. There's a YouTuber here. There's a YouTuber that actually does a live stream, and he mocks people that actually, and which is stupid. You know what? It's part of this whole thing is part of amateur radio, whether you like it or not. And I'm not saying you, Paul. I'm talking about in general, some of these old timers. Right? They know, they know who they are. Because I saw the channel with the live stream. The guy went into Talk Group 91. He was mocking them. He was mocking them. He was mocking them. He was like, I can't believe they're saying 5'9". Now, that's one thing I don't do. I'm not gonna say 5'9". I usually say your audio is good, you sound good. That's it, because there is no signal report. When you're doing digital voice, there is no signal report. It's more like your audio is good, you got good modulation, maybe, and that's it. You don't say, "Oh, you're coming in at 5'9". Yeah, I get that part. Yeah, he was mocking. He was mocking. Well, he wasn't in on it. He was doing a live stream. He was showing the what I showed you. He was showing this, the same thing. And he was making comments about it. And the guy was like, there's something mentally wrong with the guy. Because I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened on my YouTube. I guess it recommended that live stream. And it says, something like, I forgot. Anyway, I put do not recommend him. I put do not recommend that channel for me. So I don't know who he is. I totally forgot. This was a few days ago. Yeah, it was a live stream. Matt Ready DXL. He was live streaming. He was saying that, DMR contacts, it's not HF. And please stop trying to pretend like it's HF. Like, these are the same people these are the same type of people that they don't like FTA and whatever. You know what I call them? I call them dinosaurs. I don't care. Bring it on here, bro. Bring it on here. We all have our own path, right? We all have our own path, how we got to be licensed. In my case, it was FTA. FTA was the hook, line, and sinker that got me into getting my license, right? This is my story. My story is FTA was the hook, line, and sinker that got me into finally getting my license. Because I don't care about rag chewing. I don't don't. And DMR, you got people that want to rag chew all day, and I don't got time for that. And I cut it short. I don't understand that. Non-simplex contacts. I don't understand that. Does QRZ allow non-simplex for the awards? I don't understand that. And I mean, this is listed on the digital voice or DMR. When you do make a contact, if it's DMR, you can put DMR contact or C4FM contact or D-Star contact, or you can put it under digital voice contact. Same thing with EQSL.cc. That's considered digital voice. Digital voice. Now, of course, signal report, by default, you put, I'll give you an example. When you do the QRZ thing, by default, if you put 70 centimeter, since I'm using a hotspot, by default, it automatically puts 420 megahertz. That's what it puts. Of course, I put mine. I change it to my hotspot, but you don't have to. You can just do, the thing is that it's amateur radio is more than HF. So people need to get over that shit. Seriously, you need to get over that shit that amateur radio is only HF. He's not only HF. He's not. There's VHF, UHF, there's satellite, there's FTA, there's, like I said, I was fiddling around with APRS. I had to buy a cable. I hooked it up to my little Baofeng. Well, not even my Baofeng, it was my Radtel. Little Radtel, hooked it up to my phone. I did some APRS, these little things like that. Well, I don't know, because whatever mode requires you to have a license, because APRS, you need a license. Echolink, you need a license. because you have to register, and then they check your call sign and all that. APRS, they don't really. You just put the. No. When I signed up, I had to get approved. Yeah. APRS, you have to get approved. EchoLink, when I made my EchoLink account, you got to get approved. DMR, when you make your DMR account, you got to get approved. Okay? So you need a license. I don't know about the Mesh-tastic. I don't know. I know I heard about it, but I don't know if you need a license for that. I don't think you need a license for that. So that doesn't fall under this. Because another thing, people call it VoIP. Oh, DMR is VoIP. I should have, I don't know, let me see, Paul, BT. I'm sorry. I should have said if it's not simplest instead of not HF. I still don't understand the question. I still don't understand. Because again, I'm going to what the guy was trying to make fun of. I guess in his universe, he thinks that HF is everything. And I said, no, listen, HF, it's not the only thing in amateur radio. Zello is not amateur radio. Yeah, Zello's not amateur radio. I know what you're talking about. There's other stuff that you don't need a license. See, Zello, you don't need a license. I believe Zello, you don't need a license. And you can talk all around the world. And there's other ones. There's another one I was looking into yesterday, was it, or the day before? I forgot what it's called. I forgot. Well, that one actually you need a license. But Zello, yeah. What about 11 meters, free band CB? I don't do CB. I listen to it, whatever, but I don't need to. Why would I want to do on CB when I could do all this other stuff now? But you can if you want. I mean, that's, the reason why I chose my license because I want to do other modes, other, not only HF but other. And again, I'm gonna go back to what I said before. Not everybody. I was talking to somebody a few days ago on DMR, and repeat is kind of the same thing. Married the DXer. If you talk to for example, if you talk to someone on a repeater, and it connects to another repeater, those two repeaters connect usually over the internet. There is an internet gateway, an internet. So of course that's another thing that they complain about, that talking to one person on a repeater, and then because I'll give you an example with EchoLink. I'll give you an example, and I showed this the other day on the live stream. Where's my? I don't have my. What I did? Oh, I left it downstairs. With my phone, I had the EchoLink app, which you have to register. You have to have a license. You have to have license to use EchoLink. EchoLink. You connect to EchoLink. You have a list of repeaters. You connect to that repeater. Now you're talking to whoever's on that repeater. So even though you have a phone, even though I have my smartphone, on my end, I spoke to someone in Argentina, and he's on a repeater. He's on digital voice. I don't know if it's DMR. I don't know what mode he was on, but I got to talk to him. You see what I'm saying? And, we logged the contact as digital voice. Because I don't know what mode he was on. I was on EchoLink. Now, to use EchoLink, you got to have a license. You have to register to EchoLink. And you have to prove. When you do EchoLink, you just can't sign up. You have to have a license. So EchoLink is actually going through a repeater. If you have a radio like this, you can connect, and then, you can talk to It's like it's kind of like a mesh. You know, he could be digital, and I could be analog, and then it's like a. I'm gonna have to make a video on that to show you. But Echo Link, for example, I logged him in as a 2-meter contact. He logged me in, and I logged him. He actually logged me in first. He logged me as a 2-meter contact using digital voice, and he confirmed it. Okay, 2 meters, Echo Link, and what I had on my end, I had my phone with the Echo Link app. That's how we connected. And when I connected to that repeater, it was a group. There was other people in there. There was about 10 people. Argentina. There was a couple of people from. Let me see. I remember when I connected to that group, it was Argentina, I believe Chile, Argentina and Chile, and maybe somebody from Peru. I'm trying to remember. But I was talking to him because I went in there and said, you know, can I have a radio check, whatever. And Tasso can remember when I did that Echo Link contact from Argentina. He was watching me on the other channel. And that is a 2-meter, that was considered a 2-meter contact, digital voice. I was on Echo Link. So, you know, but you got these people here, oh, HF, and that's it. No, it's amateur radio is so many different things. Like right now, like I just said, CW, same thing. You know? Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna go. Listen, my radio, I was not gonna go on that live stream and because that's his live stream. That's his live stream. I just watched it for a couple of minutes, and then I said, okay, why are YouTube recommending me this garbage? And then I say, and then YouTube, when it popped up again, I think the next day when I refreshed, and I just put, please do not recommend this channel. And that, forget about that. That's because, you know, the guy was mocking DMR and some, you know, yeah, is there some people that do that? Yeah, you're 5'9" and all that. I guess it's a habit. You understand? Some people just have the habit of saying the signal. Me, I don't say that because I'm like, first of all, it's not a signal. There is no signal report. You know, when you record it, though, you just put 5'9" on QSL. You just put 5'9", 5'9", 5'9". That's it. You give them 5'9" because it's you know. Now, when you talk to the person, I say, no, your audio is good. And, you know, I'm not gonna pretend like it's HF. It's not HF. But at the same time, don't say it's not amateur radio either. You see what I'm saying? Be more open-minded. And that's the problem. These people they're not open-minded. They're very close-minded. They don't understand that HF, you know, as time go by, HF is going to be, you know, static. How you say? Yeah, repeaters. Yeah. So DMR is that. It's registered. So that contact is a DMR contact. You know, look right here. See? DMR. See? Mode. DMR. 70 centimeter band. Mode is DMR. You can put DMR or digital voice. When you register, when you make the contact, you put either DMR. In my case, I'm more specific. I put DMR. I could have put digital voice. Now for Echo Link, I put digital voice because I was on Echo Link. He was probably on DMR. I forgot what he was coming in through, you know. But they do already. My already they say it is already we can, you know, it is allowed. You know, like I just said, I was on a repeater. That's what this is. Oh, by the way, when you connect from hotspot to you're doing that. Your hotspot is your repeater. My hotspot is my repeater. because my local repeater, I can't get to my local repeater. For DMR, for example, my local repeater is in the Bronx. It's kind of like it's out of my way. So I need my hotspot. My hotspot is my repeater. Okay, that is my hotspot. That's my repeater. Now, of course, you don't register that as a repeater. It's just a hotspot. You just put I just put the frequency of the hotspot. But if you don't have a hotspot, you have to find a repeater. Yeah, in my case, a repeater around my area, DMR repeater. There's one in the Bronx. But that one right now, I've been trying to connect to it for a while. It seems to be dead. I don't know what's going on with that repeater. It says it's online, according to repeater book, but I don't connect to it. I just don't connect to it. So is that, a lot of these old folks, I'm going to say, I don't care if it offends people. I'm sorry, people. I'm old too. But some of you older folks with the HF is the only thing that's on amateur radio. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. There's a lot of aspects of amateur radio. And that's people that keep doing that, they're doing a disservice to the hobby. Because you're trying to get more new people to come in. You're trying to get more new people to come in. And when you start mocking people that are doing DMR contacts or FTA, you're disservice to the amateur radio community. You're disservice. You're a hater. All this stuff is new technology. All this stuff in the last 25 years or the last 20 years or even the last 15 years. I'm sorry. You need to suck it up. HF is not the only thing that's amateur radio. And by the way, there is a lot of people, and I spoke to a few people that they used to do HF years ago, and they're living in a HOA. There's people that used to do HF years ago, and they retired, and now they're living in a HOA home, in a HOA community, and they just came back into the hobby, and they don't want to break the bank and do all the HF stuff. They actually like DMR. They say, wow, this is cool. I can still talk to people all around the world, and I don't have to break the bank, and I can have a little modest setup. And then if they want to go back in full, with HF and all that, they can. But some people, I spoke to some people that they came back into the hobby and they love DMR. They love DMR. They say, if it wasn't for DMR, I would be bored. I actually had somebody tell me that. He said, thank God for DMR. I could come out here. I could talk to people. I could rag chew. That's what he said. He said, I could come out here and rag chew. I said, that's right. And me and him were talking. Me and him spoke for like 10 minutes. It was the other day. I was talking to somebody. It was dead. It was a little slow. So, he came on, and then he called me. No, actually, I asked for a radio check because I just came on. And then he spoke to me, and then we started talking. And then I was like, yeah, and I explained to him my situation, where I was at. He said, yeah. And we actually ragged you for about 10 minutes. About a good 10 minutes or so. We were just talking. And he was telling me, he said, no, I'm an extra. I've been an extra. He said, I've been a ham since 1960. I forgot what year he got his license. I think 1964. He was also in the Navy. He was a radio man in the Navy. This guy was a radio man in the Navy and all that. And he said, now I live in an HOA. He said, I can't have all this. I can't have antennas and all that. He said, so he said he's new to DMR. And he said, this is why I'm verbatim. He said, I'm new to DMR. I've been doing this for the last couple of months. He said, and I love it. He said, I can come out here and rag chew, and I live in an HOA environment. And I told him, exactly. And I told him the radio that I had and the setup. He said, yeah, that's exactly what I had. Very modest setup. He said, I'm on a fixed income. So, he agreed with me because I broke it down. I told him, yeah, exactly. This is what because it was on a live stream, and I told the guy, no, it wasn't on a live stream. Never mind. It was not. Was it on a live stream? Tassel. Yeah, I think it was on a live stream. I think it was on the Dan Tech Geek, one of them. Anyway, I was talking to him, and I explained to him. I said, listen, this is what I try to explain to people. It's not all about HF. So you need to stop that. Some of you old timers should be a fucking shame of yourself. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself for doing that, for discouraging younger folks to get in the hobby. When you throw that bullshit out there, especially that idiot live streaming that shit. Okay? You need to stop that. That's why I speak up. Okay? Because right now, Tasso is not licensed. Tasso's thinking about getting his license. You know why? Because he watches me. Okay? Jerk off. The jerk off that mocks other people on Talk Group 91. Yeah, I'm talking to you, jerk off. I got people that gonna become a ham because of me. Jerk off. All right? So you're a disservice to your hobby. Jerk off. All right? Encourage people. Okay? Don't mock people. It just what pisses me off. It's people like that. You put your disservice to the amateur radio community when you act like that, like a fucking teeny bopper, making fun of Talk Group 91. Seriously. Different gear. You're coming in right now, 5x9, good video, good audio on the live stream. Yeah. It's just people don't understand that there's so many aspects of amateur radio. There is. VT radio. IRLP, Echo Link are very good for hams with HOH. Exactly. And that's my point that I'm trying to prove. Okay? I'm a technician level license. And I'm learning every freaking day. And you know what? It's not an ego thing. Jerk off. It's not an ego thing. And I'm going to be 58 years old. Ain't no shame in my game. Okay? But he goes around mocking people, like a fucking like a bully school kid that you want to punch in the face. That's what he does. Go around mocking people. Like if he would say that shit in front of my face, I would punch him in the face. I would have put my fist right through his fucking face. You understand? Yeah, I don't care. Take it for what it is, bro. I don't care. Report me. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it like it is here. Go mocking people. And that's why people like that are a disservice to the fucking community. They're a disservice. You know, and I'm telling you, y'all see me on the live stream when I talk. You know, I was talking to one person from Puerto Rico. His English wasn't that good. And, you know, I broke the ice. I spoke to him in Spanish. I know people say, you shouldn't talk in another language because it's this. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Just shut up. You know? You know, like if I knew German and the guy's, you know, and the guy's struggling in English and he's from Germany, guess what? I'll break the ice talking to him in German. It's called courtesy, bro. You know, common courtesy. And that's what I do. I try to be courteous. You know, treat people with respect. Treat people with respect. You treat people with respect, and you know what? People will respect you. People will respect you. But when you start mocking people, you're a jerk off. You're a fucking jerk off. You're a jerk off. And that's why I'm going to leave it at that. It's a jerk off. And I hope he watches this video. Because you know what? I'm talking to you. Jerk off. Fucking jerk off. He actually did a live stream fucking mocking DMR. Fucking jerk off. I spoke to enough people that they tell me they're glad that they can do. They're in their fucking 80s or 90s. They're this fucking close to dying. And they fucking tell me, okay, jerk off, they are glad that they can do this in an HOA environment. Okay? Fucking jerk off. They are glad they can do this shit. Jerk off. There you go, fucking jerk off. They glad they can fucking do that. Yes, you know, that guy's a fucking disservice to the fucking amateur radio community for mocking people that do digital voice and all that shit. He's fucking idiot. What a fucking dumbass. Robert Osborne. Anyone know what happened to Radio Greece? He's no longer. They went off the air. I believe they stream now. I haven't heard them in a long time. Long time. Yeah, there you go. 2020. Yeah, last 2 years have been off. Yeah, 2 years. So yeah, I know. I used to love their music too. They had great music. You know. I used to love their music. I love Greek music. Yeah. So no, I'm not gonna put his link here. Plus, I don't have his link. I'm not gonna post his link here. But and be sure that when he does a live stream, somebody will mention that I called him a jerk off. I'll leave it at that. So yeah, I know, Mary. I see that on your videos. Mary DX. What I noticed with DMR videos is that I get the same number of dislikes and hate comment. One guy was saying that FM hotspot were superior, and were superior, and I said, "You know, FM hotspots are digital, right?" Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. Yeah, you got those people that they want to be smart. They're smart ass. You know, what I try to do, I try to encourage people. You know, I try to encourage people. You know, what he does is the opposite. He just tries to, you try to belittle people. I know people like that in life. You know, like I'm Puerto Rican from the Bronx, bro. When I got my computer science degree back in 1993, people didn't believe that. When I would go to job interviews, they're like, "You live in the Bronx? You still live in the Bronx?" Yeah, you know what I'm talking to. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not gonna name. I'm not gonna put colors and all that, but you know what I'm talking about. When I went to the Fortune 500 companies, you live in the Bronx? Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, they act like I live in the Wild Wild West, like I live in OK Corral. Yeah, I live in the Bronx. That's where I happen to live. They act like you live in the OK Corral. Like I walk around with guns and shit and everything. Like I got guns here and I got to watch my back, you know. Wow, you live in the Bronx. Yeah, I gotta. They literally they give you that look like, oh my god, you know. Then I show them my GPA, almost perfect GPA, and they're like, they can't believe it. They look at me because you look when you look at me, hey, I don't look like the type of person that gets a 3.88 GPA, you know. And in 4 years, my GPA was 3.78. Jerk offs. I graduated with, summa cum laude. Right? Summa cum laude. Magna cum laude. What the fuck I'm talking? Oh, summa cum laude. Excuse me. Summa cum laude. But you don't know what, so some of you might not even know what the hell that is. So summa cum laude. All right? 4 years. And there you go. But they, when they look at you, oh, you're from the Bronx. I got coming in strapped and all that. Like, what the? Like, bro, like I could probably do his job. I could do his job. No, I don't swear in my interviews, but I was my last one. I was gonna go off on that guy because I know that guy. Yeah. Different Gear TV. I'll spam his chat with jerk off if I know it. No, I'm not gonna post his link anyway. I put them because it kept showing up on my recommendation. When you go on YouTube, it shows you recommended. So it was showing me his live stream. I guess because it says DMR TG91. I guess they thought I was gonna be interested in it. So I say, okay. I thought he was just talking about that. So when I go in there, I see him that he's making fun of them. And then he writes on the title that this is not amateur radio, or this is not HF, whatever. Some stupid shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like, All right, enjoy your meal, Paul. Take care. I'm gonna be out for another, what's it right now? 1 hour and 36 minutes in the books. Or 37 minutes, excuse me. And I don't talk about how many people watch. I really don't give a shit anymore about that. Sorry. I was gonna say like it is. I don't really care. YouTube can go fuck themselves. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Relax, pal. No, I'm good. I'm cool. I like to be up like this. Actually, it gets me. The problem is that if I start talking, if I bore people, a few minutes ago I was talking about something and I saw people getting I saw the numbers go down. So when I get fired up, people seem to pay attention more. So yeah, I'm fine, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm chill. I'm cool, bro. So yeah. Exactly. Married DX. I have spoken to people on DMR who say they cannot have an HF setup. Exactly. And let me finish. Where they live at. Exactly, like HOA or whatever. HOA. If it's not for DMR, ham radio hobby will be dying, in my opinion. Exactly. Because the guy that I was rag chewing with, he told me, he said, this guy was a Navy radio operator in the Navy. He's been he had his licenses but like 1964. Okay. If you go to QRZ, I don't want to stress QRZ. I'm trying to remember who it was. He has he has his QRZ is super long. He has a picture of him when he was young in the Navy. I think he was on a destroyer ship. He was a radio man on a destroyer. I forgot I don't know what ship it was. I know it was a destroyer. It looked like a destroyer, Navy destroyer. And he said I do a little FTA here and there, but he said he doesn't do much HF other than FTA. He just likes to come on here and rag you on DMR. That's it. That's all he can do. That's it. You know? And he has also the Zygu. The Zygu, I think he had an antenna in the attic or something. He has an attic antenna. He only does like, he's a very modest setup. And this guy, he's a ham for before I was even born. Okay, and he validated it. He said, if it's not for DMR and all that, I don't think I'll be in, something like that, to that effect. It's what keeps him going. So, but of course, his jerk off don't understand that. He doesn't understand that not everybody, has 3 acres of land, and they could put up, 80 feet long wire and whatever, and not everybody has that, bro. Some people live in an apartment in the middle of the city. Some people have maybe a balcony in the apartment. Some people don't even have a balcony. I've been to apartments where there's no balconies or even a fireplace. New York City in the Bronx, when I used to see my ex baby mama, my older daughter, my younger daughter, excuse me, in Brook Avenue in the projects. They lived on the 17th floor. There's no fireplace on the 17th. Fire escape on the 17th floor. If I lived in that apartment, and I wanted to be an amateur radio operator, what am I going to do up there on the 17th floor? You see what I'm saying? There's some modes you can't do. That's it. Okay? Unless you're going to stick an antenna out the window on the 17th floor, which you're probably not allowed to. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody has a freaking compound with acres. So these fucking dinosaurs don't understand that. Yeah, I know the Met games. I know it's still on because they just started. When I came on the live stream, they had just started. Tassel. When I came on, as soon as I started the live stream, they just finished the national anthem. So it's still on. Probably for another hour. I could check. Anyway, you yeah, Maverick DX. I know because I seen your setup. You don't have a balcony nor a fire. I meant to say fire escape. Fire escape, excuse me, not fireplace. Fire escape. What's a fire escape? It's like for example, in New York City, the older buildings, like the 5-story, 6-story brownstone buildings, they all have fire escape. So it's like I you know what I'm talking about, fire escape. So I meant to say that. Sorry. Yeah, fire escape. So in case of a fire, you can go out through the window and you can go down the fire escape. So that's what I meant to say, not fire's place. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't swear in job interviews, but if I had to, I will, but I don't. I don't. Because Matt was asking me about that, and I told him, no, he makes contact with 20 watts on a modest setup. So yeah, Tasso, I think 98.7. I know. He's gonna run to August 31st, and then after August 31st, that's it. But I think I saw somewhere that I think it's gonna become a music station. It's gonna be a music station. I'm trying to remember which music station. It's one of the ones that I read on it. I read about it, but maybe you could Google it, look it up. I don't think it's gonna be vacant. I don't think the frequency is gonna stay vacant. I think it's gonna become a music station. Probably, maybe not right away, And I'm gonna probably stay tuned to that. So August 31st to September 1st, maybe do a video on that and see what happens. I think it's gonna go off the air for now, but I think I read that the owners would rather sell than leasing. Yeah, probably what I too. Yeah. Yeah, they're streaming. Yeah, I know the voice agrees. It's a shame, I know. And this is the norm. A lot of stations are shutting down. They're shutting down. That's it. It's Mary DX made a video yesterday. I saw your video about Switzerland. They're shutting off FM. FM is because a few years ago, I know Norway a few years ago got rid of FM except for a couple of stations. He made a video. Mary Jackson made a video on that. Unfortunately, that is the norm now. Even FM stations, FM banned completely. And for example, you heard them last. I haven't tried it. Oh, okay, I haven't tried it. I'll try it tonight then. Did I try it? I had to try another radio. I think it was the radio. I think maybe where I was at. Because yeah, I know what it was. Never mind. I think yeah. I saw the video. Because sometimes I watch the video and then I watch something else, and then so I don't comment on every video. I'm sorry, sometimes I don't do that. It's just because I watch it on the TV. Like when I watch it on the TV, that's what I can't comment when I watch on the TV. But I saw your video. I was watching it. I saw about the FM is going to get shut down in Switzerland by the end of the year, which is, and this is the thing. This is what's happening. This is not, CBS is going to go off in another 6 hours and 9 minutes. 6 hours and 9 minutes. That's it. 6 hours and 9 minutes left for WCBS 880. And that's it. No more. It's quite sad. Paul BT Radio. 10 meters is bouncing all over. Yeah, I know. I made 10-meter contests the last the last 3 days. Well, not yesterday and today. I didn't do anything yesterday and today. I take the weekend off. But I got a bunch of contacts on 10 meters. But my antenna is resonating weird. He's not. I'm gonna put it this way: that's the one that I bought from Amazon, the little black one. And I replaced it with the. Remember, I had this one. So I took that one out. I took this one out, and I bought that one from Amazon. It's a 64-to-1 Onin. Although they listed it as Balin, and it only has one. But on Amazon it says Onin. So anyway, I've been using that one, and the pattern is, according to PSK, from all coast to coast, of course, on 10 meters. All the way down to Argentina, southern tip of Argentina, the whole thing, the whole hemisphere. I got the whole hemisphere there. But then north of into Canada, nothing. I wasn't being heard. I wasn't being heard up there. I wasn't being heard up in Canada. And then going west, no Japan. Australia, I hit Australia a bunch of times. Hawaii, American Samoa, New Zealand, boom, boom. I got hurt, boom, boom, boom. I got hurt like crazy. Going east, no Europe. at all. No Europe. Canary Islands, then down to Africa. Like what's that? It's off the coast of Africa, but to the south. It's off the coast of Africa, but East Africa. I forgot there's an island down there. I got hurt down there. And that's it. It's like a weird pattern. And that's the way it's been the last 3 days. With that new antenna. I'm not being heard all the way in no. And a couple of days I had it on a whole day. And I started early in the morning. Early in the morning usually I go east and then work my way. Nope, right away. Early in the morning, west, right away. West. And I haven't changed the orientation of the antenna. It's still a long wire going up. It's the balance. I don't know what it's weird. And of course, I started out with 25 watts. Then I went up to 50. Then I went up to 100. I said, I'm going to do 100. And still same thing. Same pattern. Doesn't matter. It's weird. It's weird. But I missed the 49-1 balance. That one was the one that. So I think the next thing I may just buy, or build one. I still have the pieces for the old one. I can put that one together again. I just need to get a case for it. So I'm thinking about rebuilding that one. But I'm gonna look around, see if I can get one for a good price. I'm gonna try because it's weird. It's weird. Maybe it's just conditions. But I'm not. I right away, even early in the morning, even at 9 o'clock in the morning here, whatever. I don't get hurt in Europe. Right away, pattern goes south. Excuse me. It goes south. So in every Guadalupe Island, Trinidad, Tobago, all these islands, I'm getting hurt. I'm getting hurt in the Caribbean. I'm getting hurt down south all the way to Argentina. But not the only west I got as far was the Canary Island or the Azores, and then down to Africa, off the coast of Africa, Eastern Africa. Let me see what island. Let me see. I'll tell you right now what island it was. I have to look at Africa. If I zoom in Africa. If I zoom into Africa, what is the? It was not South Africa. It's man. Look at this. This map is not a good map. Let me see. I have to get closer. Okay, I gotta find another map. It's a weird. It's a It's in other words, it's lower Canada on down, and then it's a weird pattern. And that's the way it's been the last few days when I've been doing when I 10 meters. Now, of course, other bands, but which I can't do now anyway. I'm sure I will get more, but that's what I'm getting for 10 meters. It is freaking weird. Oh, St. Helena. That's the island. Ascension Island. Yeah, St. Helena. I know that's the one. So I got hurt there. And that's it. Then it goes west. It's too bad that PSK you can't go back on PSK. I wish you can go back to like days. I should have just took a snapshot of it. But yeah, St. Helena. Yes, it's a weird pattern. So I know it's the antenna. It's the antenna, but it could be also conditions are weird right now. That I never had that pattern like that. I mean, I got hurt in Australia. A bunch of places in Australia. I got hurt. I was even getting to a point. I was going to the Western Australia. I was in the middle because normally with the Zygo, I remember I would just get Eastern Australia, and by that time maybe already I get Australia in the middle of the day, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I started hitting Australia with the Yesu. With the Zygo, I didn't hit Australia until when it was 7, 8 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, maybe six after 6 o'clock in the evening. Then I started getting hurt in Australia. But with the Yesu, uh, 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was getting hurt in Australia already. Probably even earlier than that, if I remember. So, you know, weird. It's just weird. It's just not only is more power, but I think that antenna is just I may switch it back to even when I had this one with the 2 wires. When I had the long one and then I had the other one going to over here, it actually got out, spread out more, the signal. So I'm gonna try for a couple of. I'm gonna try for a while, and either I switch it back to this one or I'll look for another one and see. Because I don't know if it's conditions also. I mean, it's just weird. Yeah. So 1 hour 56 minutes in the books, and 6 o'clock in the afternoon here in Yonkers, New York. Well, let me see. Yeah, my radio. Yeah, because I watch a lot of videos on my TV when I'm in the living room. Because my son is down there. Actually, let me go check up on him. Let me check up on him for a minute because my wife's gonna be home soon. But right now he's let's see if he wants to eat anything. Let me check up on him. Happy son. Happy boy. Yep. Anyway, he's eating kebabs now. Lemon chicken kebab. I just took one too. I ate. It's really good. Huh? Lemon chicken. Let me see. Tasso, I didn't know that they used to be WABC. Oh, okay. Now I was telling my brother about uh for example let me check out my watch because it's a little uncomfortable right now. I don't know if you remember WNBC, New York, in New York City radio, WNBC on 660. WFAN first started on 1050 back in 1980. I don't remember. I think it was 1984. Was it 1984? I don't remember. Anyway, WFAN started on 1050 in 1984. I believe 1050 before that was Mike. If Michael was here, he could refresh my memory. So anyway, so WFAN started at 1050. 660 was WNBC. And then I believe in the mid 90s, I can't remember what year, FAN moved from 1050 to 660. And NBC was bye-bye. It was no more WNBC. It became WFAN on 660. It was WFAN. And the only person that was still there was Imus. Imus in the morning, Donald Imus. He's the morning show when it was NBC. He's been there for a long time. He's been there forever. Since the 70s, I believe. I think it was since the early 80s or the 70s. Don Imus. So of course, when they changed from NBC to FAN, that's 660. 1050, eventually ESPN bought that. 1050. I think 1050 I forgot what was on 1050 after they left. I think it was dormant for a while. I don't know, vacant or whatever. Anyway, ESPN Radio, 1050. So yeah, it started in 1987. Okay, on 1050. Before 1050 was WEV. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, okay. So exactly. So my thing is that these things happen. These things happen. Remember, we had every major call letter. If I remember, 11:30 was before it was Bloomberg, WBBR. I think that wasn't that WNEW. Michael, I trying to remember what was WNEW. Anyway, same thing. Back in the Bloomberg was when Bloomberg Radio started on 11:30. I'm trying to remember when it started. Oh, WHN. Okay, now that sounds more familiar. I don't remember that WEV. So it was there at WHN. Okay, so WF. Yeah. Okay, WHN. So, in other words, I know this is the end of WCBS, but a new stage now. ESPN, is going to be there, and these things happen. It's a monetary thing. Odyssey is losing money, and these things are going to happen. Right now, I said it yesterday. Talk radio stations, sports radio stations make the most money. They get a lot of sponsors. Sports radio gets a lot. Now, compared to two, I believe sports radio is the one that makes more money. They have a lot of sponsors. Okay, so yeah, all right, so yeah, so I remember now. So yeah, before WBBR 1130 was WNEW exactly, and yeah, 1992 I figured yeah, because I remember Bloomberg. I was already looking into stock market. I was already doing dabbling into that 92. So I remember Bloomberg. Yeah, so now WCBS, that's it. You know, when they go away, that's it. 880 is gonna be ESPN, and you know, remember there was a time that WABC was not doing well. You know, WABC wasn't doing well. So every major network had a radio station in the good old days. WCBS, WNBC, WABC, of course, WOR is still around. WOR is still around. You know, WOR is still around. And WNEW used to be, they had the same call letters on TV. I remember that. I remember on TV, Channel 5 used to be WNEW. I remember that. So they had the same call letters on TV, WNEW Channel 5, and the radio station, WNEW. I remember that. Now, of course, FM, yeah, now they're affiliate, I guess, yeah, but yeah, NBC Radio, yeah, they mentioned NBC Radio, NBC News Radio or something. I got, I got corn, man. Oh God, it's so annoying. I'm sorry, I'm doing that. I know it's gross. I'm sorry, people. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's really annoying me. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, but I understand. Yeah, you 92 or 93. I think more. I think it was probably 93. It might have been even 90. Yeah, I don't remember. That yet to be determined. Mario DXR. Will 880 reduce their transmission power after WCBS is finished? I was talking about that too. I was because I thought I saw an article on it that they might reduce their power. You know, and I think the number was 30,000, either 30,000 or I was looking into it. I saw an article somebody mentioned it might have been a because when I sometimes I go on these rabbit holes, I start reading stuff and I go into so and 1050 is going to be the national one. It's already known. 1050 is the one that's already known. It's the one. It's the one. It's been 1050 for over close to 30. It's 30 years now. So I can't see WCBS staying at 50,000 watts if it's going to be local only. So I read that it might be 30,000, something either 30,000 or right around there. Somewhere where somewhere around that neighborhood. I'm trying to remember the exact number. I think it is gonna. From what I read, it is eventually gonna get reduced. Yeah. Yeah, I know they had it. They had it as ESPN Deportes, but that's gonna change. I think what happened was when they went into FM. I guess when they went to FM, that some people didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't. Me, because I used to listen to a lot of ESPN radio. Oh, okay. So T Radio 1992, WNEW call letters changed to WBBR in December 1992, But Bloomberg Radio format debut on January 4, 1993. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember Bloomberg Radio. I was at that time I was already no, not yet. I was about to I was going to computer school at the time. Yeah, I was going to computer school at the time, I remember. And then after that I went to college. I went to college around 1994. I started college in 1994. Actually, late 93 maybe. I started. Yeah, it was late 93. So it was the fall of 93 is when I started college. Yeah. So I was already, I remember that time I was already getting into economics. I was already studying the stock market. So when I see here Bloomberg, that actually what got me into between Bloomberg and CNBC, Tassel, because I know I'm talking to you about money. That was around the time that I started really getting into it. I started looking into investing. It was around that time, 1990, 93, 94. And then, of course, around that time, that's when the internet started. That's when I first got on the internet. I first got on the internet about 1990, 1993. 1993 is when I first got on the internet. I first connected to the internet with Prodigy. I believe it was Prodigy. I would connect to the internet. I'm Prodigy. I was using dial-up modem. Dial-up modem. 28.8. And then I upgraded to 56K modem. AOL. So yeah, I remember that. Windows 3.1. Windows 3.1, baby. I was smoking. I was smoking on the internet. Then Windows 95 came out, and I hated it. Oh my God, I hated Windows 95. And then around that time, I stopped using my Commodore. Well, not this one. I regrettably I sold my original one. I stopped using my Commodore back then because I had the Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis. Actually, I got the Sega Genesis before that. I got the Sega Genesis 19, what it was. No, I got the Sega Genesis before that, 1990. Did you get a Windows XP computer as it launched in 2000? No, I got Windows XP. I forgot where I got. Actually, my friend got Windows XP for me. He was a computer technician at a company up in Westchester County. So I told him, I said, he said, you want a copy of Windows XP? I said, yeah, bring it on. I still got the CD. Is put away. I got Windows XP with the it was a unlimited. I forgot what kind of. It was like an enterprise license or something. It was unlimited. It was and I also had XP server, so he gave me all that stuff. I had people used to give me all that stuff. I never bought Windows. I only bought Windows one time. Actually, two times. I'll take that back. When I bought my 286 computer back in 1992. Back in 1992, I bought a 286 computer. It was an Acer. It came with Windows 3.1. It was 7 floppy disks, like this, 5 1/4. The 5 1/4 floppy, not the little 3.5, 5 1/4 floppy. It was 7 of them. 7 of them. And I had was it a 20 megabyte hard drive? 20 megabyte hard drive on the I paid like about $1,200 I paid for the 286 desktop with a monitor, with a 14-inch monitor, VGA monitor. I think it was running at 16 megahertz. 16 megahertz. And it had a 14.4 modem. It had a 14.4 modem, but later on I bought a 28.8. And then eventually I bought a 56K. But not later on. That was later on. But yeah, it had a 14.4 modem. 14.4 kilobits per second modem. And I got hooked. I first connected to Prodigy Internet. And then I tried CompuServe. I didn't like CompuServe. AOL used to not work well with the computer that I had, AOL. So I stuck with with Prodigy. And then finally, when I went to computer school, well, actually, I finished computer school. Then I built my first PC. My second PC, I built it myself. I bought a book on how to build your PC, how to build your first PC, and I built my first computer. I bought every part off a computer shop. I bought a motherboard. I bought a case. I bought an AT case. It was a tower. AT. First, I bought a case, AT case, because I was on a budget, so I couldn't buy the whole. I built it little by little. It took me a couple of months to buy stuff. Every time I got paid, I would buy one component. So I started with a case. Then I bought the motherboard. I bought a 386 motherboard for a 386 DX motherboard. Then I bought a 386 DX processor. Then I bought the co-processor, the 387 math co-processor. Yeah, the 386 math co-processor. And then, what else? I bought a hard drive. I bought what was the hard drive I bought? I think it was a Connor. There's a brand called Connor, Conner, Connor. I think it was a 40 megabyte hard drive. I think that was the most expensive part of the computer, was a hard drive. Floppy, I bought a 5 1/4 floppy, 3.5-inch floppy. CD-ROM later on, that was too expensive. CD-ROM, as much as CD-ROM barely just came out. They were way expensive. CD-ROM was way expensive still. Once I bought all that, then I put Windows 3.1. It ran good. It was running good. And then Windows 95 came out. A couple of years later, Windows 95 came out. I bought an upgrade CD. Because by then, I bought a CD-ROM. My first CD-ROM was a 1X. 1X CD-ROM. A Mitsui. I remember the brand. It was a Mitsui. 1X. Read only. It doesn't no writer. There was no CD writers back then. They were CD writer was not even, as a matter of CD writing technology was not even for the home yet. It was only for people that had a lot of money and you had a CD burner. No, there was no CD burner. CD-ROM only. CD-ROM. That's it. CD-ROM. I remember I paid like a couple of $100 for the CD-ROM drive. 1X. I used to go to a place in Manhattan down by somewhere in 34th Street. I used to go to a computer place down there. 34th Street between it was on after Macy's. You got to walk down. You got to go to one of these streets in there. It was down by between Madison Square Garden. It was somewhere down there. It was one of these side streets, and it was a computer store. It was a very low, small computer store. Everything was behind a screen, like a metal screen, and you had to ask him. And then, like the guy, he was behind the metal screen, like in a bank. But I've been there so many times. The guy knows me. He's like, "Oh, Danny, yeah, Danny, you back, Danny? Danny, I got a good deal for you, Danny. Danny, you a good guy, Danny. Yeah, that Danny." So I will go in there with a list. I'll tell him, "Listen, I need a VGA card. I need a VGA card. What bus? Oh, I need an ISA bus VGA card. Okay, I got you there. I got you there, Danny. I give you a good deal, Danny. Danny, I give you a good deal." He's a funny guy, but he's a cool guy. You know, he's a Korean. He was a Korean guy. So he'd be like, "Danny, I give you a good deal, Danny." So I told him, "You got Windows 95? He said, "Yeah, I got Windows 95 upgrade. You want it, Danny?" I said, "Yeah, you bring it on, man. I want Windows 95. So I got an upgrade CD. I installed it on that Windows 3.1. Worst thing I ever did. That thing gave me problems for the next months, if not years, for the rest of the year. I used to install it. It will crash in the middle of the installation. I had to wipe out my drive and try to install it again. I said, "Well, I gave up on it. I put Windows 3.1 back in there." I said, "I ain't ready for Windows 95. I ain't ready for Windows 95. I'm done." So I initially, Windows 95, I wasn't down with that. I wasn't down with Windows 95. And then finally, when I got my first Pentium, because from 386, I went to 486. But it wasn't a 486. It wasn't a true 486. The same motherboard, I bought a Cyrix 486 DLC. That was a processor. It's like an overdrive. You know, Intel was already promoting overdrive. Remember those CPUs? Overdrive. So I had a 386 DX, motherboard. He said, "You want to go to 486? I give you 486. So basically it's overclock 386. So I bought a 486 DLC that fits in a 386 slot, and I went up to like I think it was 40 megahertz. I went up to like 40 megahertz. I was at 20. The 386, I think, was at 25 or something. I forgot the number. When I put the DLC, the 46 DLC, I went up to like I think it was about 50 megahertz. 40 or 50. I think it was about 50. It could have been 50. I'm not sure. I forgot. Anyway, it doubled the clock speed. And again, I tried to put Windows 95. Kept crashing. So I said, I'm done. Now I'm done with it. Now I'm done. So then on Daymark, there's a catalog called Daymark. There's a mail order catalog called Daymark. What is it? 6 easy payments. I forgot what that thing was. I bought an IBM Aptiva Pentium 1 or Pentium. What it was? 66 megahertz. Pentium 66 megahertz. So I got a Pentium 66 megahertz. And that one had Windows 95. So then that's when I finally had Windows 95. And when I got Windows 95, guess what runs with Windows 95 that was giving me problems on Windows 3.1? AOL. Because Windows 3.1 on AOL was a nightmare. I was another nightmare. Windows 3.1, for those of you that don't know, when you wanted to go on the internet with the Windows 3.1, I'm going to ask somebody, if you want to go on the internet with Windows 3.1, what you had to install? I asked you that question. Go ahead, give me the answer. You got to install something if you want to go on the internet with Windows 3.1. Put the answer in the comment. I want to see it now. Okay. I want to see if you guys know it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Put the answer now. I'll give you 10 seconds. I want to see if you guys know your internet history here. Come on. Somebody put the software or the components. Not a modem. I'm talking about, I said software. It's not hardware, software. When you're using Windows 3.1, the original Windows 3.1 did not have networking. There was no networking, especially internet working, not internet working. WinSock. You had to install something called WinSock. If you wanted to connect to the internet with Windows 3.1, you had to install something called WinSock. Okay, WinSock. And it was called one called Trumpet WinSock or Trumpet WinSock. Then, because that one had the internet protocols, IP protocol, WinSock. Yeah, WinSock. Go look it up, WinSock. It's called WinSock. Yeah, WinSock. 3.1. Now, Windows 95 had that built in. Windows 95 was the first operating system for Microsoft that had internet built in. Internet connectivity built in. Before that, you had to get a separate component to connect to the internet. Because when the original Windows 3.1 was not for networking. It was not for networking. It was a standalone computer. Now, when you work for the business world, people used to install, like, for example, Novell NetWare. Novell NetWare. Yeah, you ever heard of Novell NetWare? That's to network. And then there's another brand. There's a couple other brands. But for the internet, to connect over the internet, you needed WinSock. WinSock. And that installed the TCP/IP, transmission protocol, internet protocol, all that stuff. All those things, all those internet protocol, WinSock. You need a WinSock to make your Windows 3.1 connect to the internet. Otherwise, now, of course, when you had AOL, it all came with it. It was included. So if you had a Windows 3.1 computer back in 1993, if you installed Prodigy, it came with WinSock. It installed WinSock first, but you need WinSock. Without WinSock, you was not going on the internet. That's it. Don't get it confused with BBS. Bulletin board system, that's local. You're just dialing up locally to a local number. But that's not internet protocol. Internet protocol is something else. And now Windows 95 was the first Microsoft operating system that had all that built in. It was already built in. Now TCP/IP is built in. Microsoft networking. What they call that? Microsoft networking. I forgot what is it. NetBIOS. All that stuff is all built in. All that stuff is built in. Not NetBIOS. Something else. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's been so long. So anyway, Windows 95 was the first operating system. And by the way, Windows 95 was also the first operating system that they started giving out Windows Internet Explorer. Now, again, you mentioned Netscape. Windows 3.1, when you install WinSock, you could download Netscape Navigator or Mosaic as your web browser. That is your web browser. You can use that as a web browser. Once you was on the internet, because what happened is you had to dial up to an ISP. The ISP gives you the internet your internet protocol address. And then you'll see a little icon says, yeah, you're now connected. And then you can open up Internet Explorer and browse the web. Open up Mosaic and browse the web. Or open up AOL over LAN if you want. And that's another thing. If you set up over LAN, you could do that. But anyway, you could AOL, either you could dial up or you could connect over LAN. A lot of people didn't know that you could also, even if you already have a separate ISP provider, you can still use AOL over LAN. They call it over LAN. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Originally, Windows was a GUI shell for DOS. Exactly. You're absolutely right. It was not for networking. That came later on. Unlike Linux or Unix, networking is a big part of it. Networking is built in Linux from day one. Unix is also, if you have Unix or Linux, it already has built-in networking, or all types of networking protocols like HTTP, FTP, all those tools too. FTP, HTTP, Telnet, what is it? Gopher, Archie, no, not Archie, Archie, Gopher. Anyway, you have all those tools. So the original, Bobby, you hit it on the head. So the original Windows was just a GUI for DOS. So DOS 6.22, and then it was when Microsoft Windows 3.0, then 3.1. Then they made a Windows for work groups. 3.11 Windows for work groups, but that was Microsoft networking. It's in NetBIOS. I forgot what they have their own networking. What is it called? I'm trying to forget. Anyway, Windows networking. A company that I work for, they were using Novell NetWare. So it was NetWare is a networking layer on top of Windows, and that's just to network computers locally, though. Local area network, not outside local area network. Now, Windows 95 took us to the next level. And then that's when everybody started getting on the internet. Because Windows 3.1 was not for the faint of heart. If you wanted to go on the internet with Windows 3.1, you was a geek. You was a geek. It was a geek. Windows 95, once they fixed up all the bugs, that was the first operating system that got everybody on the internet. A lot of people got on the internet on Windows 95. And then Windows 98, forget it. That was it. Windows 98, a lot of people. Yeah. So, a little history there. Yeah, that too. Let me go back up here. And let me read all these comments. Okay, my mouse. Yeah, well, you guys talking about the paper Clippy. Yeah, they had all these stupid Clippy and all this stuff. My first new laptop in 2003 had XP. Yeah, I still have them. I have a whole bunch of them. Where I put them at? Oh no, they're down. Where am I? Where are they? No, I have them downstairs. They're in a. Yeah, I have laptops from 20 years ago. I still have laptops over 20 years old. I have Windows XP. Yeah. So Married yes in 1997 when I first got on the internet with a good old dial-up. Also used BBS before back in '93 with a baud rate modem on my Commodore Amiga. Yeah, I never really successfully do all that. I have a modem right there. Where's the modem? It's in that box, I think. Anyway, this is the manual for the modem. This is a 1200 baud modem. And that's the way it looks. And then, of course, the phone jack is up here. The phone jack is here. There's a phone jack here. There's a. Anyway, it's in the box right there. It's that box. There's a 1200 baud modem. Yeah. So such a cool looking OS when with a 3D interface. That OS was way ahead of its time. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but yeah. What I miss is the dog doing when you did the search. Yeah, I remember the dog. I forgot the what's the dog's name anyway? I forgot. I remember that. I remember the dog. Yeah, Clippy didn't last too long. Because they came out with the Plus, Windows Plus, Microsoft something Plus. That is an add-on that you put into. It's so dumb. Yeah. My radio yesterday. By the way, XP only supported 4 gigs of RAM. Yeah, of course. Now I use 32 gigs. My no, it wouldn't see it. It just wouldn't see it because I done that. I had like 8 gigs of RAM and I put Windows XP. It'll still work. It just won't see. It didn't crash. It just won't see it. I know I done that. I don't know about 32. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, they all were like that, Tassel. Because they try to do like the assistant. Like Cortana. I never used that crap. Cortana. You know. Sometimes they just, yes, and sometimes these people, they try to reinvent the wheel. Every time they do a new update, they say, just make it faster. All I care about is make it faster, and that's it. I don't want, right now, there's not much you can do on the next version of Windows. Just make it faster. That's it. And it's pretty fast already. You know? I don't want to talk to Cortana like Alexa, like that's what they're trying to do. Cortana is trying to be like Alexa. Cortana, can you, stupid. That's why they're all trying to be like that, like voice assistant. That's what it's come down to now. Yeah, Cortana's a new spy. Yeah, it is evasive. If people thought Clippy was exactly, yeah, well, Alexa's evasive. Sometimes I hear an ad here. Well, I don't have it here. Well, this one is not connected. I have one of those hockey pucks around here. Where's that? This one is not connected though. But yeah, sometimes I'll be on this. I'll be looking through AliExpress over here, and then I'll be listening to something Alexa, and you'll get the AliExpress ad or something over the way, or I'll be like, my God, like they track you like the mafia. I go on Yahoo and I'll see AliExpress ads. I go on Facebook, I'll see AliExpress ads. Like, my God. Like, talk about stalking. That's like stalking. Yeah, I know. Microsoft nonsense. This using local is the only way to go. Yeah. Married Dexter, Linux is good, but some of the stuff I use Windows compatible only. Yeah. Well, I use Linux for years. I learned Linux 30 plus years ago. I had to learn Linux. I had to learn Linux because I was running web servers. Some of you gonna know. Some of you guys know I used to run certain sites back in the '90s. So I had web servers. I used to rent web servers. So a lot of them, they were Linux. Not all of them. All of my web servers were Linux. Red Hat Linux, CentOS Linux. Yeah, those are the two major ones that I used over the years. So yeah, I had to learn Linux, yeah, admin. Yeah, I had to learn Linux. So Linux is the backbone of the internet, or excuse me, Unix is the backbone of the internet. I don't care what anybody says. Microsoft servers. I'm sorry, they don't. You cannot compare a Linux server running Apache to Microsoft Windows server running. It's not even close. Linux server can handle a lot more traffic and won't crash. I had servers I ran for years. I had a web server that I didn't reboot the server for 3 years. Physically, I had to, send a command to physically reboot remotely for 3 years. 3 years, 100% uptime. You can never do that with Windows. Never. Even when I had to do updates, it would stay online, do updates. It would shut the web servers down. The server still be online. The web server will go down for a few minutes while I do the security update, and then the web server come back up. But I didn't have to reboot the whole server physically. No, believe me. Believe me. Unix blows away Microsoft in terms of web servers all around the world. It's not even close. They're the backbone. I'm going to say it. The backbone of the internet is Unix. Is Unix. That's it. Not Microsoft. Microsoft government computers. Some of them, yeah, they got government computer, but a lot of them still they run some kind of version of Linux, whatever. Believe me, it's not more Microsoft. That'd be stupid to do that. It's not even believe me. I don't think so. Despite of what they tell you, even when you went to college back in the '90s, a lot of it was you had to go on a Unix computer. You had to connect to a terminal. They will give you a terminal account or a shell account. That's what we call a shell account. You log into a computer mainframe. That was Unix computer mainframe, and you had your little account. You will go in there. They call it a shell account. You go in there, log in, username, password. You was on the internet through Unix. Now it was text based. And then if you wanna see a website, you had to type a text-based browser like Lynx. It's called Lynx. Excuse me. What is it? LYNX. Lynx. That was a web browser, but it was a text-based web browser. So there was no images. You just saw the text. So you connect through Telnet. You put your username, password, you're in a shell account. It's a bash shell account or whatever, Unix. You get the little $sign or whatever. And then you type in, you had to learn Unix. That was it. When you went to college back, you started to learn. Now it's not so much. Now it's everything's Microsoft based, of course, but yeah. All right, Michael, take care. You may join Jill's live stream later. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got 14 people watching, so I'm going to stay on for a while. And hit that like button, baby. Hit the like button. No, there's nothing wrong with pen and paper. I use pen and paper all the time. Well, I don't want to disclose what I do, but well, anyway, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter because it's not like somebody's gonna best backup. By the way, in crypto, Tasso, in crypto, you should use pen and paper. When you're dealing with crypto, like your seed phrase, that's your phrase to get into your wallet. You recommended not to save it on a file on a computer because if your computer gets hacked, they have your seed file, your seed phrase, excuse me. It's best to write it on a piece of paper and put it away in a safe place. The seed phrase. So, for example, I got crypto on a few wallets. If I want to access that wallet, or if I want to transfer my money to another wallet, or whatever, I got to know my seed phrase. If you don't know your seed phrase, you cannot get in that wallet. There is no 1-800 in crypto. There is no 1-800, especially when you're dealing with a wallet, software wallet. There is no 1-800. Can I recover my seed phrase? No. If you lose that seed phrase, your money's gone forever. Forever. That means you will never find a way to get it back. So you got to write that seed phrase and put it away somewhere. Say, I have a few locations on my seed phrases. I have one on a safe somewhere. I have one over here somewhere. I have several places where I have my seed phrase. And of course, I have, you can put it on some encrypted file. You can do that too. But yeah, pen and paper is the best for that. For crypto. Pen and paper is the best. But make sure you protect that piece of paper. So yeah, in crypto, you don't want to make a text file and put it on your computer and let it sit there. And if your computer ever gets compromised, that seed phrase is on the internet. And there goes your money. Although you need two things from your wallet. You need a seed phrase and a password. So you got to have them both. You got to have them both to access your wallet. And the seed phrase has to be in that order. It's usually 12 words. When you create a wallet account and crypto, you're going to get a seed phrase. It's 12 words. You have to write them in the same order. If you mix up the words, you're done. You have to write them in the same order. So when you log into that wallet, you got to put the words in that same order. So, I'm not going to tell you mine, but they're, words, any everyday words. They're unique in that order. It's 12 or 14 words sometimes, depending on the what type of wallet. And you have to put them in that same order. If you flip-flop any of those words, you're done. You can't get in your account. So you have to write those in pen and paper and put it in a safe place. That's what they recommend you do. So, Tasso, you're right. Some things are good in pen and paper. Put them in a safe place. I'll give it to somebody that you trust with it. In my case, my wife. My wife has my seed phrase. If something happened to me, she can access that wallet. If something happens to me, that Shiba Inu and all that other money that's inside that wallet, she can go in there and move the money out of there and cash out. Without that seed phrase, it's on that wallet forever, for all eternity. Nobody's gonna get into that money, into that wallet. Nobody, not even the FBI. And I shouldn't have mentioned that because I don't want to get flagged. Not even the United States government, whatever. They're not going to get into that wallet. Never. Okay? That's how crazy crypto. You got to write shit down in paper and pen and put it away in a safe place. Yep. And hello, the software archive. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. So let me go back up here. Let me check now. The Met game should be over.
All-Star game and the All-Star break. They won what felt like
Oh, it's still on.
and Jackson Merrill would hit late home runs to get them there. Here
Let me
it is
see.
tonight. First pitch outside.
Oh, ninth inning.
It was stunning. You look up at the scoreboard every day. Padres were down. Merrill would hit one out late to tie or take the lead. 2-2 in the ninth. The 1-0 pitch outside. Ball 2.
All right.
Milo Nashioka. No, that's not hit yet today.
Yeah, so they're in the ninth inning now. Plus, they're gonna have the post game show. Tasso, so we're talking about maybe another hour before they go back to regular WCBS programming, and it'll probably be goodbyes and all that after that. Yeah, so right now, yeah, I know. Yeah, Mary just said, Danny, you forgot to mention. Yeah, I know the real pain in the neck when it comes to. Actually, it was even more than that with the jumpers. With the motherboard, you had to set certain jumpers. My first computer that I built, it had a little. It tell you how fast the computer's running. It had a little LED, and it tell you if it's running at this frequency. So you got to put the jumpers for that on the motherboard. And that was a pain in the. Also, some sound cards. You got to put the jumper. You got to configure it when you. I don't miss those days. The IRQ settings. The IRQ setting. Remember that dreaded thing? IRQ settings. Oh my God. Remember that? Yeah, old PCs, ID, hard drives, master, slave. If you got them wrong, nothing worked. Yeah, I know. When I install my CD-ROM, you got to put you. Another thing is your config sys file. You got to make sure your config sys file is. Sometimes you got to manually do the config sys file. Auto exec back file. Config sys file. Like when I had to store my CD-ROM, I had to, always got to mess with the config sys file. You got to put all these slash this, slash that. If you want the CD-ROM to play at this, oh my God. My first CD-ROM, 1X speed. Back in 1990, 1994. My first CD-ROM was 1994. Yeah, you had to mess with the config sys file. And then the auto exec file too. You got to tell the auto exec file. Boot this driver. You had to put all the mouse.sys driver. Yeah, that went all stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, that too. When I had to defragment my hard drive, I had to leave it on overnight. Yeah, you gotta walk away. It would take ages. If you do not do a defrag, then your PC will run. Yeah, it becomes slow. Yeah. Oh my God. The software archive. As someone in high school, I hate my Chromebook. I bike to and from school, and it was super heavy. I don't know what kind of Chromebook you had. Oh, you had the Tough Book? I used to have that at work when I used to work at the train yard over here in the Bronx. I had a Tough Book. You know the Panasonic Tough Book? They're like freaking. We used to call them the battleship. They're heavy. They're made out of metal because they were durable. You could drop them and all that. The Tough Book, Panasonic Tough Book. So we had to take that to the train, and I had to hook it up to the train to get all the the train data, like the black box. There's not the black box. They call it something. It's a network car network controller and all that stuff. That's a proper term for it. Car network controller, master controller. Anyway, car network controller. So you had to plug it in, and you sit there and let that thing download the data. But that laptop was the Panasonic Toughbook. That thing was a battle. They used to call it the battleship. Oh, bring along the battleship. Because it was painted in gray. It looked like a battleship. The Toughbook. Let me go back up here. Oh, hello, Glenn Dansler. I hope you're doing well. And let me go all over. I'm going all over the place. I'm trying not to miss. Yeah, Linux is good, but some of the stuff I use is Windows compatible. I know Linux has methods and run Windows stuff. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Bobby, doing the UWP UI is not a thing in Wine. Okay. Yeah, I remember Wine. That's the in Linux, Wine is to run Windows, a Windows emulator, basically. I never really used it because just never had the need to use it. But yeah. Oh, remember this? Oh yeah, I remember Windows 98 was notorious for security flaws. I know people who got hacked easily. Yeah, Windows 98 was it wasn't that bad. But I didn't use it for long because it was brief. Windows 98. A lot of people went from Windows 95 to Windows 98, and then Windows ME came out, like Windows ME, and then a lot of people jumped on Windows ME, and then Windows ME was kind of like, oh my god. Windows ME was the one that people were having issues with. Windows 98 wasn't that bad, but back then also when Windows ME came out, I believe also Windows 2000 came out. I went to Windows 2000. When I used to work at a company, and I got a free. I took the copy because I was a technician, so I say yeah. And when the brand new copies of Windows 2000, I say yeah, baby, you coming home with daddy, baby. I put that in my pocket. 5-finger discount, baby. I went Windows 2000, baby. I was running on my computer, and it ran good. Windows 2000 was one of the best operating systems to me back then. Windows 2000, because that was the predecessor of Windows XP, I believe. Because Windows NT, I had Windows NT 3. I know I had Windows NT 3. It was okay. I had that too. I got also that one. I was like, discount, baby. So I tried Windows NT. It was okay. But Windows 2000 was good. Because that was between Windows NT and Windows 98. So it gave you the best of both worlds. It worked well. I worked well with a lot of my hardware. Windows 2000. Surprisingly, it worked very well. So yeah. Bobby, if it is, people will be using it for Game Pass. Okay. No, it's not more. Anyway, WinSock. You know the answer to that one, so. So I'm married to this. I never used Windows 3.1. My first Win OS was 98. Okay, so you didn't go through the dreaded 95 either. 95 was horrible. But then when I got my first Pentium, it had Windows 95. By then they fixed up Windows 95 pretty good. But when it first was launched, Windows 95 was a disaster. Oh my God, it was a disaster. I went through that. It was a disaster. Because you upgrade. Windows 95 upgrade from 3.1, it was a disaster. It was horrible. Netscape. No, WinSock. That's the answer. Bobby never went to the internet in 3.1. Yeah, I did, but it was, oh my God. I did it with Prodigy. That was the only way I could get on. The only way I got on the internet was Prodigy. I tried I had an ISP I tried out. It was called Netcom. NETCOM, Netcom. I tried it, and it wasn't that good. Actually, I take that back. No, not Netcom. Then what happened was, No, by then I was yeah. Then after that, what happened was I used to work for this company. I'm not gonna name the company because they're still around. They gave me a whole bunch of numbers for dial-up because they said you're a technician. You need internet access even for more. And so the guy said, yeah, he gave me a whole list of numbers from UUNet. And you gotta remember UUNet, UUNET. I had like a list of numbers. I just put in the number. Once I had the internet networking set up, I would just set up dial-up networking. That's what I finally did. I set up dial-up networking. I would put the whatever number in there, and I would connect, and boom, I was on the internet. I'll get the little icon. You're connected. You're connected. And then I will open up the web browser. I will open up Netscape. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on the internet for free. For free. So I milked that I milked those numbers for like 10 years. They were still working. I still got the numbers on a text file. Yeah, I remember UUNet. I had that UUNet. Then I was using it. Then I hooked up my friend. I said, yo, here's a couple of numbers, bro. You don't gotta pay no more internet. I had free internet for like 10 years. Dial up. UUNet. A whole bunch of local numbers from a company, and they work. They work. I was like, yeah. Free internet. Yeah, well, that one is not working. I bought that one. I tried to fix it, and I fixed it, but it's deaf. Forget it. Anyway, I bought a 120. I bought it on Walmart. I need to make an unboxing video of that. It's in the basement. It's still in the box. I need to make the unboxing video of that. So I got the 120. I paid $17 in Walmart. It was clearance. So I'm gonna make a video on that soon. Anyway, when I come back after Labor Day and so on, and yeah, let me go back up here. Yeah, so let me see where I'm at now. So, Bobby, IRL, I did from 3-1 to all the way up to 11. I don't know what IRL means. And go down here. Oh, never went on the internet 3-1. Okay. Oh, I read that already. Okay. So Windows 9, Windows 95 was my first Win OS, now Win 98. I missed the start. Yeah, I like the startup sounds. I know the startup sound. There's YouTube videos that you can see all the startup sounds from the original Microsoft all the way up to now. So I watch those videos once in a while. That was Windows was GUI. Yeah, exactly. I know the phone bills. I remember when I first started going on the internet dial-up, man, those phone bills. I know. Yeah, the phone bills were ridiculous. And the UUNet numbers that I had, they were all local numbers, so I was good. I was good there. When I lived in the Bronx, I had 718 number, so I had a few 718 numbers, and I had 212 numbers, which was good too. That's local for me, so I was good. I was connected. I had free internet. Once I used. The problem with the Netscape is I had free internet, but I didn't have chat. So I had AOL account too. So when I wanted to chat, I used to go on AOL. You know what I mean? Yo, mama, what's going on, mama? Well, not even mama. I forgot what was the term. We didn't use that word back then. We were saying, you gonna cyber? Oh my God, remember that? I remember you asked me, yo, you want a cyber? my God, AOL was crazy, yo. AOL was nuts. Because it was suddenly everybody was like, oh my God, we could chat with anybody, anywhere in the world. Because when you had AOL, you had different rooms. So, people started making different rooms. Like they had, what rooms? They had all these rooms. So sometimes you go to a room, and I was guilty of that. Sometimes I used to go to a room and troll people. This room sucks, man. You know what I mean? You guys are... And then they will tell you, F yourself, whatever. Yeah, well, they had rooms. What type of room? All these type of rooms. So I would go in there, you guys suck, man. I used to, whatever. And then I got banned a few times from AOL. I would call them up, yo. I would call them AOL, come, I can't connect. Yeah, because somebody reported you. So you're not gonna do that again, right? I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that again. Okay, we're gonna reinstate you. Just wait about a half an hour, and then you can call. You can log in. Okay, thank you. And then yo, AOL used to be the AOL. At first, AOL used to be fun though, and then Yahoo. Then Yahoo started doing the chat. Remember Yahoo chat? Yeah, the Yahoo chat. They have these chat rooms in Yahoo. They also had games you could play on Yahoo. Like they had the pool. They had the bingo. You remember the bingo? You remember bingo on Yahoo? And Texas Hold'em. They had Texas Hold'em. They had pool. Remember pool? Oh, I used to love pool. Play against somebody in pool in Yahoo. Sometimes sometimes they get mad at you and they call you names because you whooped their ass on pool. Yahoo. Yeah, you remember Yahoo chat, right? Oh my God, that's funny. I still got my Yahoo account. To this day, I still have the same Yahoo account. I used to do all that stuff. Yahoo chat. And then they started putting on remember the Yahoo chat with the microphone? Remember the Yahoo chat with the microphone? You could talk? Oh my God. And of course, I had ICQ also. That's another one I had for years. And then finally they shut down. They shut down recently. ICQ. They shut down recently for good. That's it. I think it was like 3 months ago. They finally shut down completely. ICQ. Yeah, ICQ. I remember ICQ. ICQ because I used to run websites. So a lot of people I used to do business with, they want ICQ. That was their thing. I said, no, you got an ICQ number? Yeah, all right, here's my ICQ number. So they will put the ICQ number on their webpage. So my ICQ number, I still have them, but of course, I just said they shut down for good. Finally, it was like 3 months ago they shut down. That's it. They're no longer. ICQ is gone. After a long time. ICQ has been around for a long time. Yeah. Oh, wholly unaware. What's up? Yeah, you remember ICQ, right? ICQ, yeah. When you get a message, it will go. When you get a message, you will get that. And then you have on your taskbar, you had a little flower. It's like a flower. It's a little flower. So it will light up. It will light up. Like when you get a message, it will light up and it will go, and then you'll get a blinking. You'll get a blinking. You see like a little message, you'll get blinking. Let me go back up here. N0JRJ Hamstool, what's up, and welcome to the chat. I use Coinbase. Yeah, I have Coinbase. I'm talking about outside of Coinbase. An external wallet like MetaMask, Trust Wallet. I'm talking about external. Yeah, I have Coinbase. I have Gemini. That's the only two I have in New York because I live in New York. So I have a Coinbase account and I have a Gemini account, and that's it for crypto. Yeah, because over here that's all we can use in New York. We only restricted to those two. There's some other ones, but they're very limited. So yeah, Coinbase and Gemini. Those are the two that I have here. So let me go back up here. Hey, hello. Yeah. So Hamstool, George. Okay. Good to see you here in the chat. Let me see. Already DX. Another thing I do not miss is having to do fresh reinstalls. Well, even to this day, you still have to do them. Every once in a while, you should do a clean install of Windows because, especially when you're having a lot of files, it will slow down no matter what. So even to this day, I still do it once in a while. Of course, not as often as back then, but yeah. The Shortwave archive. You grew up on Windows 7. Okay, yeah, we go way back to that. Windows 7 is after Vista. After Vista and before Windows 8. Oh, Windows 8 was horrible. Windows Vista was horrible. I had Windows Vista, and it was horrible. Windows 7 was a fix for that. Windows 7 was a fix for that. And then, I don't know why they decided to do Windows 8. And then they take a step forward. Then they take a step back. Then they take a step. It's horrible. And Windows 8 was horrible. I hated Windows 8. Oh my God, I hated Windows 8. Yeah, Mary DX. Windows ME was more reliable than, yeah, it was. For me, Windows ME was okay. And Windows XP also was okay. Windows Vista was horrible. For me, Windows Vista was horrible. I think it depends on the hardware that you have. Because the hardware that I have, Windows XP was horrible. Horrible. Regular everyday occurrence was the blue screen of death. Horrible. I could never get it to work on a regular basis. Horrible. Yeah. Shortwave, is it version 5? Yeah, I believe this is. Yeah, this is the one with the issue. I bought that. I bought this for $3 from Goodwill. I bought it for $3. This is I bought it and I took a chance on it. Hopefully it'll work because I plugged it in. It worked. It powered up, but of course it didn't. It didn't have no. I powered up. That was it. So when I brought it home, I got that whiny. So that's the issue. So it's the chip. Where's the chip? So you had to buy this chip. Let me see if I can. Oh. Okay, this one's going to fall out right here. Okay, let me do it again. 1, 2, 3. So that had the squealing speaker. You had to buy this chip. And you changed the chip, and that took care of that issue. That's what happened to that one. When I bought that one, it had that squealing speaker issue. Yeah, the whine. So this is the chip. So I installed it, and that fixed that. But there's something else going on with it. It's deaf. It cannot hear. And, I cannot pick. It doesn't receive. So it has another issue. So I said, I'm done with it. I paid $2.99, and this was $10 for a 10 pack. This is a 10 pack, and you only need one. So I got spares here. So I forgot. I think it was AliExpress. I bought a 10 pack, and I fixed the whining issue, but it's something else with it now. Is so I have to figure it out. But anyway, now it's just But I bought that one for $2.99 from uh Goodwill a couple of years ago. A year ago, excuse me. And it was last year. But yeah, that was the issue. There's a common, and it's very common. Version. Yeah, it's very common. That's the early, and then yeah. So, and there was two of them. There was two of them on Goodwill. So I took the power supply from one, and I bought this because the other one was in bad shape. And that's what I wanted to, I took the power supply from the other one. I wrapped it up on this one, and I said, okay, here, I'll take it for $2.99. So yeah, I fixed that part, but it doesn't receive the weather band. I don't know what's going on with it. So I said, forget it. I'm done with it. So maybe something else, but you know what? But since then, a few months ago, I bought the 120. It was on sale in Walmart for $17. It was a clearance. So I bought that one. But that one is still in the box downstairs. I want to unbox the video on that, and then I'll hook that one up. So that one is just sitting there. If I ever run across another one, I'll just keep use it as parts or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And we are in a blackout. I don't understand. You're in a blackout over there? Oh, okay. I hope that's not the case, but Tassel AIM, Instant Messenger. Discord kind of reminds me of yeah. Meredith is the only I use IRQ chat. IRC, you mean probably IRC chat. Yeah, I use IRC chat. Yeah, I remember IRC chat. You have to be careful where you went because well, yeah, I heard about that to the virus, but I first used IRC chat because of Twit. When I used to watch, the Twit network and all that, so they had IRC chat. I would go in there. Yeah. Yeah, and it was not a dodgy chat room. Yeah, IRC. Of course, I couldn't run IRC when I had my own web service. That's one of the things that one of the things ISPs, my web hosting providers, they would tell me you're not allowed to run IRC because they're notorious for that, for viruses, for also illegal stuff. And that's all. A lot of legal stuff. So that was one of the conditions I had when they rent me a server. They told me don't run IRC, or you lose your account. I couldn't host IRC chat. That was one of the protocols I couldn't use on a server. Was IRC. They notorious. They'll shut down your server. They say you run IRC on your server, we shut you down. That's it. You lose you get shut down. The shortware archive, excuse me. When you had to get off the internet so someone could make I know, yeah. But then early on, I got my own phone line. I didn't even wait for that, In the beginning, yeah, I had to share with my mom upstairs and all that. But as soon as I had a little steady income, I said, no, I'm getting my own phone line. I'm not dealing with this. I scratch my ankle. I got an itch ankle. Yeah. Cyber, yeah. No, I mean, I not me, but I have people ask me that. I have the ladies ask, "You want a cyber?" I'm like, "What? Cyber?" I was like, "Stupid cyber." Yeah, I had a couple of, you want a cyber? Like, okay, what are you wearing? What's that State Farm commercial? Is this wearing slacks? What are you wearing? That you guys see that commercial? That's is a State Farm commercial, is it? What are you wearing? And he's in the office. He's in the office. He has his shirt and tie and some business slacks. Slacks. What are you wearing? State Farm. That's a funny. They need to bring that commercial back. I remember that was funny. Oh my god. Because she didn't believe him that he was on State Farm. She's like, okay, so why are you wearing State Farm? He's like, he looks at himself. Slacks. Oh my god. Yeah, cyber. Yikes. Oh my god, it's funny. Oh my god. All right, take care, Ty. So I'm gonna be off in a bit because I'm gonna go downstairs and join Jill's chat at 9:00. So it's 7:29 now here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off now. Yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. So thank you everybody for joining this live stream. 3 hours and 24 minutes. Wow, it went by like that. Yeah, because Jill's yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go to Jill's chat. He's gonna be on at about 9:00 Eastern. He's gonna go till midnight for the we're gonna say goodbye to WCBS 880 here in the New York area. So I'll see you guys in the chat if you're there and say hello. And yeah, I'm gonna probably have a couple of beers. My beers are ready, nice and cold. So yeah, so everybody, thank you for watching. Yeah, Jake from State Farm. Yeah, it was Jake from State Farm. Yeah. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? Oh, now I'm gonna watch that commercial. Now I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch that commercial. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be out. I'll see you on the official SWL live stream in about an hour and a half. Yeah, I'll see you guys over there at official SWL live stream. And thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.